Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Battleground Games Live. Welcome to the Loft in Battleground Games and Hobbies in Abington, Massachusetts, and welcome to another board game stream. If you're unfamiliar with Battleground Games and Hobbies, we are a gaming and hobby shop home to such things as board games, card games, miniature war games, and role-playing games. To be found in the greater Boston, Massachusetts area, there are 3 locations, one up in Saugus on Route 1, one down by the Xfinity Center in Norton, and one here in Abington that has a convenient loft where we can stream from on Friday nights, which is what we do. You can probably hear the noise downstairs. It's Friday Night Magic. Up here, it's board game time. Hi, guys. I'm Andrew, and as always with me tonight I have...
Hey, I'm Travis. You can find me silently judging every bit I'm with right now for how they've arranged their pawns. So messy, guys. So messy.
Andy's are on.
Yeah, Andy doesn't even have his in front of him.
Yeah, mine are just sort of on the tile.
They're not even all on their bases.
We'll show you what that means when we get to the overhead cam, folks.
I haven't had a chance. I've been posting to social media.
Oh.
A worthy endeavor.
Post to social media?
About this right
Yeah.
now. Well, I'm just gonna... I don't know how to finish that sentence. Hey, who else is with us tonight?
Hey everyone, I'm John, and I hope this ends with a staring contest.
I can stare down the camera.
Me too. I'm Amanda, and this game was one of the things that I wanted from PAX. I'm very excited to play it. It looks ridiculous and right up my alley. I'm probably going to do poorly at it, but I don't care because I get to play the Disco Tykes. And
Disco Tykes.
I'm playing the Disco Tykes. We're small and we got the beat.
So, as you
We've
can
each
see,
got a neon
we are
gang.
playing Neon Gods. And Amanda, what was it that attracted you to this game when we were at PAX? Yeah. So the box, which you
So
can't see
Andy-
terribly well here because the light doesn't hit the box.
So a little story about PAX.
Yeah.
Andy and I, and John was able to join us for a day this year, which was very exciting. Someday we'll get Travis to PAX.
Maybe next year.
We work PAX. We do game demos and stuff for the Battleground booth during PAX. And one of the other things that Andy and I do, and that we've been doing for several years now, is we help build the booth. So when you walk into the PAX show floor, and like even the big show floor, but like also the tabletop show floor, all those booths are already built. And it's big. There are lots of structures and carpets and taped down lines and like monitors and things. Those didn't spring up by themselves. People put those there, and it took lots of time and effort and physical labor. And the big booths, they come in with like machinery and stuff to put up their stuff. But like I walked through the hall on my way to check out something, and there are people sitting on bare concrete floor taping down those lines that guide where the queue is. What we do when we put together the Battleground booth is we put up the shelving and we unpack the boxes, which have all of the games that we brought to sell. And then we sort them, because there's no way to really pack them sorted and have them in any sort of efficient space, because you can't do it. But that means we come with a lot of games, and they need to all find homes. And those homes need to make at least some sort of sense in terms of being able to show people where they are and meet them. I tend to take care of one side of the booth, one side of the aisle, and I assign other people to the other side of the aisle, and they take care of it. This ended up in the sort of sci-fi area. I was not in charge of the sci-fi area, so I had not seen this game. And it wasn't one that I unpacked. I was unaware of it until Andy, the first day of the full con, said, "That game up there looks like your sort of nonsense."
Yeah, and I was not wrong.
I looked up and I said, yes, it does. So yeah, the aesthetic of this was immediately attractive to me because I do like this sort of 80s looking towards the future of the 90s that never was sort of aesthetic. This sort of nighttime in the city, gritty but goofy at the same time. Solar babies, basically.
Yeah.
Sort of aesthetic.
I just immediately fell in love with it for the box art
Yeah, the box art is great.
and for the blurb on the back of the box,
It's so
which
good.
explains that it takes place in the far-off future year of 2009,
Yeah.
when the blurpin' ain't
Future.
what the blurpin' used to be.
Blurp is our score, by the way. That's you gain one blurp means you go up one on the score tracker. But yeah, it's got this sort of Solar Babies meets the Warriors aesthetic to it, where you've got these very silly named gangs that are trying to control the city. And yeah, I'm into it. The aesthetic is very much my thing. But then when I looked at what the actual gameplay was, I was like, yeah, that also seems like my thing. Because it's an area control deal on the board where you're trying to control certain areas of the city. But the means by which you do that is by recruiting your gang.
Oh.
Hey, Lobster of Revenge.
Greetings.
And you recruit your gang by
Ahoy hoy.
doing deck building. And I love a deck builder.
Yeah, so
I'm totally
most
into a deck
recently,
builder.
we played Clank in... Well, you didn't play,
I didn't
but
play
you
Clank in Space.
observed
I-
as we played Clank in Space
And
with
then
my
I
family.
conked out and fell asleep. So I didn't get to observe quite as much of
But-
it as I would have liked.
Yeah, I love the concept of deck builders, which started out with like Ascension and Dominion,
We
expanded
played
with
so much DC deck
yeah
builder.
DC Deck Builder
Legendary,
and the Legendary
the
series.
various and sundry legendary.
But then it started branching out because Clank is a dungeon crawl run by a deck builder,
Yep.
which is the same for Clank in Space, and this is an area control based on a deck builder. So
Yeah.
Do I have a game to suggest to you guys?
do you?
It is a deck builder near and dear to my heart.
Okay.
Trains.
Oh, Trains. Yes.
Okay.
The most plain sounding name, but I've heard it's amazing as a deck builder.
Sorry, folks.
So I will have to check out Trains at some point.
One that I'm aware of. We played a co-op deck builder. We played Spirit Islands.
That's
Oh
right.
yeah.
That one was
Yeah.
a lot of fun.
And then
So-
there's the Harry Potter deck builder,
Yeah.
which is
Which
fantastic.
is another co-op deck builder that gets harder the more years you add to the game, which is really cool. I like that idea.
So yeah,
I don't
there's
think have we ever played the Harry Potter deck builder on stream?
we have. It was one of our earliest streams back in
Wow.
the very beginning of the streaming.
It was one of the streams before I joined.
Which would
And
also be
before
before
John
John
joined.
Oh
joined.
yeah.
Yeah.
We should revisit that now that we have
We
like four
absolutely should.
legitimate like people who are here on a fairly regular basis.
Yeah.
We could play the base game, that we all sort of understand the concept of deck builders, so we could actually start at like year 2 or 3.
Yeah.
I'm told year
Or we
4
could
is
just
when it really kicks your
I mean, I had thought that someday we would do a long form stream where we play through the whole 7 years of Harry Potter.
butt. That seems
It would have to be a long day.
difficult.
Yeah.
But sure.
That sounds ambitious.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I'm
think ambitious
nothing
is
if not
definitely the
optimistic.
word for it.
Before we get started with the game, I want to do a little housekeeping.
Okay.
Saying hello to Lobster of Revenge and anybody else who's watching, and thanking our viewers and those who choose to subscribe. We don't often make much noise about it, but as many people who watch Twitch streams are aware, if you are an Amazon Prime member, you get a free subscription to a Twitch channel, and it works like this. There it is. That's me.
Huzzah!
Huzzah! You go on and link your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account, and then you get a free subscription. You can also gift subs to folks who are watching, and they can. And the reason I bring it up is, as we mentioned a couple weeks ago, we're looking to get ourselves better cameras, and in order to do that, we need to raise revenue, I guess. So yeah, subs help with that, bits help with that. Bits are also handy if we're caught up with each other and not paying attention to chat. If you throw a bit at the stream, we'll often look up and see what's going
It's like
on.
throwing a penny at our faces.
Yeah, it's very handy. And I also want to say we have other streams that we do. Often Amanda will paint on stream.
I did not today. I was
No.
feeling like
I am hoping to maybe do some painting on stream on Monday morning, perhaps. I don't know. We'll see. Amanda, you have Monday off, right?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. So,
Oh.
yeah. For folks who are not in
Monday
the
off.
Massachusetts area, there is a holiday that happens in Massachusetts, which is Patriots' Day, and that is coming up.
Massachusetts.
So we'll probably be streaming on Monday at some point. And then
State that does it.
we also have a ongoing D&D campaign that we've been doing on Sundays, and that's not going to be happening this weekend. It's not going to be happening next weekend, which is Easter weekend, but the weekend after that, we will be doing episode 3 of Ravnica Rising, which I am very much looking forward to because we're getting to some interesting stuff going on there. And all of these streams are available in our YouTube links down there. Or if you're watching this on YouTube, they are all in various playlists on our YouTube channel.
Oh, I found out why
So-
Maine is the other state that does Patriots' Day.
Why is Maine the other state that does Patriots' Day?
Because until the Missouri Compromise of 1820, Maine was part of Massachusetts.
Ah.
Interesting.
I knew that Maine used to be part of Massachusetts. I
Yeah.
didn't realize that Patriots' Day dated back that far.
Patriots' Day is from the Battle of Lexington and Concord.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
You-
so
you mean it isn't one of those things that they just created for the marathon?
No, amazingly, it's not.
It's
it
not
wasn't
just
made
Marathon
for
Monday.
the marathon.
It's-
It's just convenient. to
It's
hold
not
the
like
marathon on
evacuation
it.
day.
No.
I thought they made it after the team.
yeah.
Of course, isn't it? Isn't that how
It's,
they always
It's
do
to
it?
celebrate Bob Kraft and, the many Patriots wins.
I thought it was just a Wahlberg.
I was
movie.
worried where that might have been going, so thank you.
Shall we
Anyway.
play some Neon Gods?
Yeah, let's play some Neon Gods.
This-
It has nothing to do with Patriots
As
Day.
often happens on our streams, this is
Yeah,
one of
oh,
those
that's right,
occasions
the
where
marathon
none
is
of
this
us have
Sunday.
played
I'll
this.
get to watch that and have the feels. Hopefully, it won't be like last year's was. Last year's was great.
No, it's supposed to be
watch.
pretty awful this year.
Oh no!
It's going to be
really?
raining.
Oh.
That's going to be hard.
Oh,
No
no.
records are going to get set.
Thunderstorms,
No records are
no.
going to get
I
set
don't know
during
if I'll
this
be
marathon.
working that day then. Well, I don't think it's one of the 6 holidays.
It's not.
Yeah,
the post
it-
office is not
If
closed.
you're someone
It's not a
who's
federal
interested
holiday.
at all in like the marathon, it does make for interesting viewing because it is really fascinating watching that level of distance being run by people. It's just wild, and the wheelchair racers are amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic to watch. But last year, I watched the end of the women's marathon, and the winner was, she looked frozen solid. They all looked frozen solid. There were a whole bunch of people who had been considered front runners and could not cope with the cold and the rain. So, oh dear, I hadn't really been thinking about the weather this
Yeah.
Monday, but
Yeah. Well, shall we play
another
this
grind.
game that doesn't involve running but involves partying hard?
partying hard and punching, apparently.
All right. So
I'll channel my inner Andrew WK.
here is the board,
Everything's a party.
and shall we introduce ourselves?
A nap is the hardest party.
I guess so.
Let's just go around the table and say who we are. So I am the Mums, which I am choosing to interpret as a Hell's Grannies. It's a bunch of elderly ladies who go around saying, "You never crawl. Why are you partying so much? It's the 4 o'clock in the morning."
It's the best time to party, Grandma.
They're carrying wooden spoons
Yes,
everywhere they go.
Bricks in their
wooden
purses.
slotted spoons. So I'm the Mums, which Amanda points out is actually because they've got chrysanthemums in their picture, but no.
I think you could do humor either way because the chrysanthemums are just as goofy.
Yeah.
So I'm yellow. Who are you, Amanda?
I'm the disco tykes, like I said.
Oh yeah, disco tykes.
We're tiny and we got the beat. We're gonna rock your socks.
And I see that you've built yourself a little pyramid out of your characters.
Nice.
When I was in high school, I did cotillion because I went to a snobby school, and I learned the actual like disco, whatever that's called. I'm blanking on it.
Okay.
Like the Saturday Night Fever.
Yeah, like there's a legitimate dance that is, and we learned it from a woman in like a ball gown.
So if you were taking this course today, would you be learning to floss?
I mean,
like
Fortnite Dances 101?
Yeah.
No, Andy. So I did this in the 90s.
Oh, you're right.
Which means
Flossing
that it was a
is
good
current.
20 years earlier.
Yeah, so you'd be
I'd
learning a dance from
like the Running Man, basically.
Okay.
I'd be learning all the hottest club moves of the 90s is what I'd be learning if I was doing guitar.
You get to do the hammer shuffle?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, God.
Stop. John time. What team are you?
So the problem with mine is it's got, I think, multiple interpretations for how you say this word.
Okay.
Because the way it's spelled is with a 4.
No, it's a Y.
It's supposed to be a Y?
It's a Y.
Okay, okay.
Because if you look at Tykes.
It's just the font.
Yeah, it's just the font.
Okay, so I was going to say, I think these are the Brute Utes.
The Brute Utes.
So I'm saying this whole gang is united by their love for my cousin Vinny.
Yes.
Okay.
So,
Absolutely.
I was going to say.
There's going to be a ton of
Two
quotes.
Utes.
And they're all going to be huge fans of Goodfellas.
They really liked Marissa Tomei.
Karate
Seen all her
Kid.
movies.
Oscar-winning performance.
Yeah.
Pet Cemetery.
Yeah.
They're all big fans of every actor related to this film that I can think of.
That sounds great.
And that's what I'm going to go with.
Brute Utes.
And Travis, who are you?
I am playing as the Huff Monkeys. That's just a fun word to say.
I think it's pretty straightforward what you guys do.
Yeah.
They're represented by the color green.
Yep,
Yeah.
we're all
That's
about.
because you love money, right?
As I say, we love Huff and the Monkey, but you know.
I'm just wondering why mine is just a body with a head and a fist. Like he's got a fanny
Yeah, it's
pack.
a fist. It's a fist with a fanny pack?
Yeah, you see that?
Wait, what?
Pretty good. Yeah, it's a fist with a fanny pack.
Huff the monkey tonight.
That is absolutely a fist with a fanny pack.
All right, I'm just trying to
I
understand.
love the
think
art
they
for
came
this
up with the
game.
This
name.
is real good.
I really think they
So-
came up with the name before they came up with the design.
So I've also been playing a lot of Arcade Spirits, which is
Oh yeah.
Yes, you've been
Has a very
wonderful
similar look
game.
to it.
Based in the far off future of 20XX.
Yeah.
It's unspecified, where the arcade crash never happened and arcades are still a viable business. And you get a job at a video game arcade. And like streamers have rigs that they will set up at arcades to stream from arcades. It's great. It's
so
fantastic.
far flung, but with a finite no
It's
more than
very-
80 years in the
Exactly.
future.
There's a very specific time period in mind here. It's meant to be sort of an alternate present whenever the present may be.
Right. Whenever we diverged into like, no, arcades are still cool.
Yeah.
It's like whenever you sit down to play it, it's the alternate version of today.
And you know what? For clarification, arcades are still cool.
Absolutely.
Arcades are still cool, I just don't know if they're viable businesses.
No, absolutely
That's
not.
Yeah, that's my point.
I'm wondering if they're gonna loop like vinyl did, where it's like now it's popular again.
I
so
hope
people
so.
Keep
I
going
mean, I
and
like
stores
going to
are opening
Flat
up
Top
again.
Johnny's in Boston playing pinball.
So I'm wondering if it's gonna loop back again with arcades, and maybe eventually you'll get a classic Blockbusters line again.
Well, I know
Sure.
who you need to get close to in the playthrough of Arcade Spirits that we started
Oh,
where
yeah,
I had
I
you
know.
playing.
Yeah.
Because I know who's into pinball in that game.
That'd be really good.
So, who's first player?
That is determined by whoever can solve the Rubik's Cube.
No.
I
can
solved a
actually-
Rubik's Cube once, but I had to use a book.
I can't remember.
They had a how to solve the Rubik's Cube book, and
There-
it told you,
Okay.
you know, if you had these corners, you'd turn it a certain way, and that's how I solved the
I
Rubik's
learned a
Cube.
thing about my husband.
John, do you solve Rubik's Cubes for fun?
No.
Okay, then just give me the first
There
player
you go.
At the
I keep-
library, we
I
actually had a
keep
group of kids
one
who
at my
are
house and
who
one
are
in my
like,
car.
we
Okay,
had a group of kids who
you are first
practicing
player.
learning how to solve Rubik's cubes timed. We have these 3 kids who come in and they work on it like every
Have they
couple
greased
of days.
their cubes with like shortening or whatever it is?
They actually have some of those really fancy like those like ones with the 5 like pentagonal faces. They have a bunch of those too, so they've got like all the fancy ones in addition.
Look, it's
very
a little,
competitive.
It's an oil with a little dropper.
Uh-huh.
I
Okay.
assume that
And-
everyone has a favorite Rubik's Cube moment in a film, because that's the universal sign of genius, right? That everyone says, hey.
Whenever
this
you've
person
got a
looks smart.
genius in a movie,
Or-
they've got a Rubik's
Well, I
Cube.
mean,
Or
how
there's-
can you top Abe Sapiens?
I guess so.
What is the quote? Like, 20 years, and I've only solved one side.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I don't know if you remember the episode of The Simpsons where Homer gets the crayon
Crayon
removed from
out
his
of the
brain,
brain.
and fast forward, he's sitting on the couch in a sweater vest, solving a wicker basket full of Rubik's cubes while listening to NPR classical music.
No,
Some-
that's the pile that he's emptying out. That's the oh God, I'm saying this wrong. He's got a pile over here and he's throwing them into the basket because he's
Yeah.
got a giant stack of them over on this side. He still has.
Yeah, he has an unsolved pile, and he's just chucking them into the solved bin.
I know there have been like genius kids who've made like portraits of people that are like wall size by making Rubik's cubes have the right face with the right colors
Yeah, you
to
can-
make a mosaic out of it. But it's not just like, oh, I solved the green side and it goes here. It's that they've like arranged the pieces on that
Yeah.
face to be.
You can make a Rubik's cube look however you want.
Sure.
Lesson of the day,
I mean,
everyone.
with the 6 colors that.
All right, I have a
granted.
Rubik's Cube story, but I'll save
Sure.
it for another day.
Let's
what
play.
What happens on your turn, Travis?
Thank
You have
a
no
good question.
idea, do you?
Thankfully,
No, I
on
just said, give me the cube.
On our
Yeah.
boards, it actually tells us what to do.
So the first thing you do is draw 1 card, and that comes from
Just-
your draw pile.
So a quick thing, because
We
I
all
said
start
this,
with 2 cards
I
in our
said
hands.
this off camera, but I'm going to say it on camera now. Each one of us gets a turn. We get like 3 rounds, and then there's a slightly different round that happens. And in each
And I think
round,
perhaps for the purposes of tonight's stream, we might not do all 12 rounds.
It's supposed to be like round, daylight.
Yeah.
Round, daylight. Round, daylight. End of game. And every turn has the same 5 steps.
Okay.
And they're on our little player boards to make it nice and easy for us. So, first,
Draw 1
you're
card.
going to draw a card, Travis.
There.
You
Now you have 3 cards in your
did.
hand. Then recruit or draw a card.
So you have the option from any of these available cards, I believe.
And
right?
you have 5 monies, so you can afford any of them.
You have the
Who
option
is
of-
available to recruit?
We have a doctor for $0. He will give you 3. Is this a healing?
Yeah, I'm gonna
bonus?
buy. I don't know.
So, healing has to do with putting cards back out of your discard pile. Movement, there's actually, you have the rule book,
Yeah.
which has, actually has
It's
a,
on page 4 or something.
yeah, it's got a
there we go.
little guide. So, that little recover,
Shall we show these off on Still Score?
yeah, select up to X cards of your choice from your discard pile and put them in your hand, so you get more cards in your hand, which is really cool.
So here is the dock,
The dock also gives you,
a purple die,
yeah, one of the pink dice.
pink die.
And the
Yeah,
pink
so
dice are more likely to
3
roll
recovery, pink
punches.
die.
The pink dice are good power dice. They're good fisticuffs.
And it's the Medbot 200. I love the illustrations. All right, so that's the dock. Who else is available to buy? For
The-
$1,
The
we can get-
bandit, who gives you a green die and
Okay.
some movement,
I'm going to run over and do something to the chat, but give me a moment to do that.
gives you some movement. And what's that other symbol, Andy?
2 monies
Which.
or a green die. So he
have
has
to
3
imagine-
things he does.
Or she?
Or she. Yep, there
Very
you go.
much a Star Wars, I feel, kind of.
Well, it's a skeleton, so you don't know.
I mean,
And then we've got a warrior who's coming out to play.
Warriors! So the
Um,
warrior,
That warrior gives you.
L, this little
Let's see.
1 and a arrow is draw a card, I
That
think.
is draw up to X cards from the top of your draw pile.
Yep, 2 move
Yep.
or a red die.
And a pink die.
And finally, we got a general.
the General. This is General Valentine. Has draw 2,
What's the
buy
price?
2?
Yeah, price
What's-
tag.
So the price tag is determined by the board here, and if you take one off the board, if I buy with this
No,
one,
no. She has a price tag
she
as
has
her
a price
ability.
tag as her ability. That is sell. Sell up to X product tokens from spaces you control.
Ah, product
So
tokens
we
must
have
be these little
factories
things.
and stuff like that.
Okay.
So yeah, we can do that. That
And
I
she
did
gives
not
you
get
2
into,
dice.
so.
She gives you a pink and a blue.
Well, she's in the $5 space, so if you want to spend all your monies, you can
And
get
I should
her.
say those are just randomly allotted.
Yes, there is a whole deck
yeah,
right here.
that was a random thing.
The only rule being we had to shuffle away events. We can only start with people.
So yeah, structures are identified by the square tokens with a purple background. So we don't have those out yet. Some game effects allow you to put a structure into play. Structures can only be placed on a non-dead zone space you control. We aren't playing with any dead zones because we're playing the basic scenario, but there are
And
other
we're playing
scenarios.
a 4-player game. If you
Can
play
we
with
show-
fewer
Andy,
players,
can we show off the
Sure.
The dead zone
these are dead
tiles?
zones, and
You would-
various scenarios will show you
Yeah,
how
you would
to
put those out
them
to
out
block
on the
off
board.
spaces and make them spaces that you can't move through or can't stop on.
Oh.
So yeah,
let's
there
put
may be
those
multiple types
over there with the other money.
of structures on a single space, but you may not place a second copy of a structure on a space where the same type already exists. Each structure has an ability listed on its corresponding work cards. So we have our work cards up here. So we have monuments, watchtowers, factories, and products.
These are all the tokens right here.
All right.
All right, so
So, I am going to purchase the bandit. So
Okay.
I'm gonna $5. I'll take back $4. Does that go right into my discard pile?
it goes in your hand.
Yes.
Oh,
Now everything slides down and I flip the next one.
bandit. Okay,
Uh,
yeah, you gave me $4. Sorry.
Let me see if that happens immediately or. And a figure from your supply is placed onto your base.
Oh, that's right. When you
You've
recruit,
added
that's
to your,
recruiting.
your gang.
Yep.
Yep.
And now your gang is messed up. They're not
Yeah.
in even lines any longer. Well, it's probably because
So yeah,
you know,
now
they've
you
been huffing.
refill by pushing them down and adding one to the.
There we go.
Ah,
If
Very
you had not
orderly.
recruited, you would have drawn a card from the top of your
yes.
Yep.
pile.
The new character we have is a general named Sloane.
Sloane.
So we've got 2 generals out already.
Yeah.
What are
Um,
Sloane's
Slo-
abilities?
Sloane lets you draw 4 cards and gives you a pink and a green.
Wow.
Green is more likely to roll money, and pink is more likely to roll punch.
Okay. What's blue more likely to roll?
It's a general die.
Okay.
It's your basic die.
Okay.
So now, Travis, you get to move 2 figures.
Up
Move
to 2
Up
figures.
to 2 figures you control, up to 3 spaces each.
Okay.
But they must stop if they encounter a Andy, which
Yep.
is this little android here who looks suspiciously like he comes from Detroit, home of the RoboCop.
Oh, by the Robo.
Or if you encounter a space you can't move into an enemy base. Or if you encounter an enemy, you can
So-
stop.
Yeah, you won't encounter any of us, but we might then later encounter you
Sure.
based on this.
So, I guess I'll start by trying to carve out space near my base.
Sure. The other thing is tunnels. So these are tunnels. Tunnels go directly to other tunnels. They are considered next to each other for movement purposes, so you can move through them. So if I land on here, that's like if I go 1, 2, I can count that as 3
Yeah.
that way.
Now, the one thing I was wondering is across the board tunnels also one space.
Yes.
Okay.
As far as I know, tunnels, the tunnel spaces are all considered adjacent to each other.
Okay.
Tunnel snakes rule.
Tunnel snakes do roll. So do atom cats. But you can't. Later on, we'll get to battling, and tunnel spaces are not considered next to each other for that purpose.
Okay.
Just
If you're in a tunnel, you're only moving that quickly, not fighting. You can't come to the aid of your friends.
All right.
So
So
you move
now
2 figures.
receive 3 card effects.
Yes.
Activate 3 card effects, which means you can play cards from your hand,
Or
and
draw.
activate or draw.
Yeah. It says one at a time, choose to either play a card to activate one or more of its effects, or draw a card. Do this 3 times. So it sort of specifically tries to say do it one at a time so that you're not being like, I'm playing all these cards and now I'm going to resolve all these effects.
Right.
It's having to do it
It's also important to
one
know
by one.
that if you're doing multiple effects on a single card, you do them in descending order.
Yeah.
So you would do the
Okay.
top thing first and then the second
Yeah.
thing.
Okay. So I'm gonna
Oh,
play
please.
And
Charmer.
it goes in your active cards.
Yep. I'm gonna play a Charmer, which is a draw 2 cards. Yeah.
Yep.
So then I draw the 2 cards before I resolve the
Yep.
next. Okay.
That's one effect. You get 2 more.
Yep. I will play Bandit, so I get $2.
Yep. Excellent.
And I will play my other Bandit, so I can move one more
Yes.
of my things here. I'll move that one, and I get $2 more.
No. Because you already that's your third action. So you only get to you do 1 action on that card. So if you
One
right.
or more of its effects.
correct, but you only get to activate 3 card effects. So if you had played that earlier, you could move
So-
and get 2 monies from that card as 2 separate actions on that card.
So they count as separate effects on the same card.
right.
Can I rescind this?
Yes, yes. Zoop, zoop, zoop. Instead,
What's the hammer do?
build something.
Builds a thing.
Oh, this goes back.
Yep.
So I got 2 hammers. So
Will you hammer in the morning or will you hammer in the evening?
Well, I think it's the evening. It's probably just sunset now because
Yep. So I can either create product or build stuff and pay money. Is
I
that
think
how that
that's
works?
how that works. Yes. What?
Where did you get that you can only do 1 effect per card or it counts 3 times thing?
It's activate 3 card effects, not activate 3 cards.
Yeah, the wording is weird though. Because it says 1 at a time. Choose to either play a card to activate 1 or more of its effects, or draw a card. Do this 3 times. See what I mean?
All right, chat. Chore for you. Tell us, when we activate a card, should we activate all of its effects?
And then it says when activating more than 1 effect on a single card, those effects must be resolved in the order they appear on the card.
Yeah, I think that's where I was getting the impression that each effect is a separate action.
But up there it says 1 at a time, choose to either play a card to activate 1 or more.
Yeah.
And also,
And then do that 3 times.
and also, I'd say that these are upgraded cards coming from the market.
Yeah.
So by virtue of them being ones that you are acquiring from your base, beyond
Yeah.
your base deck, they are supposed to be more powerful.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
I rescind what I said earlier about my interpretation of
You
the rules.
rescind your rescindance.
Yes. So you're not going to build. You can do both the things on that card that you.
I understand
You
that
have in
the
your
name
hand.
of it is activate 3 card effects.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna move there, and I will then
Get $2.
acquire my $2.
The wording is the fact that it says do
I
this
think
3 times
you still have the $2 from the last time you activated it.
after
Oh, no, you
mentioning
don't.
that
Sorry.
you
No,
can
I
do more
don't.
than 1
Nope.
effect on a card.
Yeah.
It's the do this 3 times after
Yeah.
to activate 1 or more of its effects that it made me think that you could.
Okay. I'm obviously not battling
Yeah.
anybody right now.
Did the bandit go to your hand when you purchased it?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Ooh.
Amanda is right. 1 or more of each card, rinse and repeat. Thank you.
Okay.
All right.
Did you look that up, or are you basing that on my reading of the rules? Because I'm curious if it's posted somewhere.
In the meantime, Travis, it's time for battle.
He can.
But you're not battling because you don't have anybody in any of your spaces.
So he just draws a card?
Yeah. Well, no. Battle doesn't have a draw. thing. It's just resolve a battle at every contested space where you, the active player, have one or more figures.
So there is no contention.
Yeah, there's no contested space because you're not on any space with an Andy token, so there's no one to fight.
Okay.
You are considered the attacker. All other players are considered defenders.
Amanda, I have a question.
Not encountered. Round ends ending your turn. Once you have finished all 5 steps, your turn is over. Place all activated cards into your discard pile. Play then continues with the next player in turn order. That's how it sounds from the rule I read. Okay.
Okay.
We'll run with
I
it.
am going to take my move now.
You know,
It's my
we'll
turn.
all follow the same
Yeah, as long as we're all doing the
interpretation
same
of it,
thing.
and that will...
I'm going to draw a card. And then I'm going to recruit or draw. I'm going to... Who's available to buy out there?
We have Doc for 0, who lets you put 3 cards
I think
from
I'm
the
going to spend
discard pile.
$3 for a general.
You're going to get Valentine.
Yeah.
So Valentine gets you 2 card draw, $2, and a pink and a blue die.
Excellent. So I get $2 back.
Coming out is Jesse. Jesse's a charmer. He sure is charming. He's not wearing a shirt. Jesse gets you $1 and 2 card draw and a blue die.
Okay, and then I'm going to move 2 figures. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to be fighting that bot at the end of my turn.
Yeah, you are.
And then I'm going to activate some cards. And I'm coming back to my original theory on the cards because I'm going to be playing my general as a battle card. So that the ability that I'm getting from that general is the 2 dice that I will be using during the battle phase.
Let me check and see.
You have to program that before you do battle?
I
Doesn't
think so.
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
How does battle work?
So, battle, you play cards. Starting with the attacker, each player that is in the chosen contested space can play up to 3 cards face down in front of her.
Aha.
Those cards can come in any combination from her hand or blindly from the top of her draw pile. If a player has no draw pile, she may shuffle her discard pile to form a new one. Then you reveal the cards and roll your battle dice. So that's where those dice come in.
All right.
So cards that you put down as activated cards are then not available for you in battle later.
Gotcha. So I'm
and
gonna.
if you're fighting an Andy,
Yeah.
when a player enters a space with an Andy token, turn it over. Immediately flip it to reveal its value. 7.
7.
During the battle step of your turn, if you share a space with 1 or more Andy tokens, you must battle them just as you would any other player. Their battle value is predetermined by what is printed on the token. Winning a battle against an Andy token gains you 1 blurb, just like when winning a battle against a player. If you roll 1 or more money on your battle dice against an Andy token, take 1 money for each money rolled from the supply instead of from a player.
All right. So I'm gonna activate my grunt to get $2.
If you win against that Andy, you remove the token from the board.
Gotcha. And then I'm going to. I can't do that.
There is also a hand limit of 5.
Oh, important to know.
If at the end of your turn you have more than 5 cards in hand, discard cards of your choice from your hand until there are only 5 remaining.
All right, I'm drawing 2 cards.
Okay?
And now,
You battle.
battle time.
Fight!
So I can play cards face down up
3
to
cards face down.
3 cards face down. Okay.
I mean, it's not as big a deal to play them face down against
Nit.
the Andy as
Nit.
it would be against one of us.
Yeah, but for
if
the
you were
sake
in a
of
space with like one of us and an Andy, you as the attacker would get to determine which person you fight first.
so, do I have any advantage? I moved 2 folks here because I thought maybe that would be helpful, but I guess not.
There is, yeah. Each player adds the number of punch you rolled to the total number of figures you control on or adjacent to the contested space.
Okay,
So
excellent.
you get a plus
On or
2.
adjacent.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right, so the 3 cards that I have get me 3 blue and 1 pink die.
And you're going to add 2 to whatever
Yep.
punches you roll.
And I need to get a 7.
Yep.
2, 4, 6, 7, 8. I defeat that Andy. I get a blurp.
No, you didn't roll any money, so you just.
I didn't roll any money, no. I get a blurp. I'm in the lead. And now, clean up. Everything goes to my discard pile. I have 2 cards left in my hand, and it is your turn, Amanda.
All right. I'm going to draw a card.
I think now that we understand how things work, it's going to go faster. Oh, wait. Do I get something from this?
I don't know what that is.
I think they were called skyscraper.
Oh, that's a skyscraper. Okay.
Yeah, they
I control a 1-point skyscraper. Good. That comes into
That
effect
comes into
during
effect
daytime.
during daytime because then that's scoring during daytime. Skyscraper tokens have numbers on them that denote their blurp value. During each daylight phase, each player will gain blurp value of each skyscraper they control. For the scenario setups, the skyscraper tokens worth 1 blurp are signaled by a pink border, 2 value by a blue border, and 3 value by a yellow border.
Yeah, so John already set all this up.
Yeah. And these represent enemies that are not controlled by any player.
Yeah.
They're always placed face down. Tunnels, products. Yep.
Okay. Excellent. I'm on board. I know what's going on.
Okay.
So you go ahead, Amanda. You drew your card.
I drew my card. I'm gonna spend $3.
To get the other general.
Yeah, I'm gonna get Sloan.
Who comes out? Oh, and don't forget to put a person out because I forgot to
that's
put
right.
a person out.
Rosa, the charmer.
Rosa is a charmer. She gives you a green die, 1 money, and 2 card draw. Which is pretty nice.
So now you're in the activation phase, right?
No, I'm in my moving.
Oh, moving.
Figures
Yes,
phase.
moving. Sorry.
It's a 9.
Oof, that's a toughie.
Yeah.
I would not have defeated a 9 because I got an 8.
For each figure there, do you get a card? Is that how that works?
So the way it works is I'm adding
Oh,
when
they
I
add to the
fight.
Total, okay.
But if I lose, figures on that space have to go back to my base. But I don't think figures adjacent have to go back to the space. So I'm not putting both of my figures in one place. I'm going to double check that and make sure I'm saying that right. Yeah, the player moves all of her figures on that space back to her base. But I get to count adjacent figures in towards my roll total.
Okay.
So,
Getting the hang of this.
yeah.
All right, you're done moving.
Yep. So now I get to activate up to 3 card effects. Well, up to 3 cards worth of effects. It's very unclear language. I think I'm going to have to
Yeah.
look it up at some point.
But as long as we all agree
Yeah.
to
it's a
play
first
it the same
playthrough,
way,
so-
yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to double check something.
So obviously this is our first time playing, but I'm curious to know what strategies in card buying are going to evolve.
My one question is, when events pop up, are they group events or do we have to buy the event?
You buy the event, it happens immediately, and then you shuffle it back into the deck. And it happens again.
I'm going to try creating a product.
Okay.
So,
real quick on that. You
Yeah.
can only create products in a factory.
Oh,
So you
Then
need
I'm
to.
not
How
gonna
do
do
you?
that.
How do you get a factory?
you have to
You
build a
build a
factory.
factory.
I don't have enough money to build a factory.
Which costs
$3
A hammer and
one
a,
hammer and $3. Okay.
So instead, I'm going to activate this merchant
So how
that
do
gets
you-
me $2.
Okay.
So
Now you have $2.
No, is that two? Yeah, that has a $2 price tag thing. That's what I was.
Oh,
that
that's
lets me sell stuff.
Yeah.
How does selling work?
You have to have a product.
You have to.
Oh, so
This is not all partying.
Mine.
This is actually
Okay.
We're
like
actually trying to control a
real
space.
quick
Yeah.
explanation on these cards
Yeah,
because
because I
it
haven't
sounds
had a
like we
chance
need
to
it.
read them.
yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm
So-
sitting not close
Yep.
enough to actually
So
look
create
at
a
them.
product. Create a product. Once you have a product, you can sell a product.
Yeah.
The value is determined by how far away you are from your base.
Interesting.
And it will explain exactly how you calculate distance more in there, which we'll get to once one of us actually has product to sell. How about that? In order to make product, though, you need to have a factory built.
Which you need to expend a work.
You need to
and
expend
$3.
a work and $3. Now, at the end of the game, you also score blurps for how many factories are under your control, scaling up quite significantly once you get to the higher numbers.
Yeah.
Also, another thing that you can build is a watchtower. A watchtower
That I
adds
did look
3 to your battle value when you are defending on that spot. You also
attacking.
gain
But defending.
you also gain a 1 battle value when battling adjacent to that space.
Gotcha. Okay.
Finally,
The
we have-
monument is worth blurb at the end.
Okay.
Or at daytime.
And yes, well, and
So by spending
the
one
monument,
hammer and $3, you can build a monument.
there's only one monument token.
Oh.
Yeah, there are limited numbers of some of these things.
And the monument can only be built on a skyscraper.
Yep.
Now, if you have control of that
Oh, no,
skyscraper,
there's more monuments.
and oh, were they over there?
Yes.
Great, I didn't even notice them because they weren't with the rest of the tokens. I think that was my fault, actually.
So yes, we can build a monument on a skyscraper.
Yes.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
And so that will make the skyscraper worth more when we go into the scoring phase.
My question is, can I build a factory in my base?
No.
In your
No.
base, I do not believe so. Your base, I think, is well.
to us.
Here's the thing: outside of 1 victory point for controlling a factory within your space, products built there, by the definition of this card, would be literally worthless.
Because they'd be in your base.
Okay.
Well, thank you, Travis. That's all very important information to know, is how building product works.
Yeah, when I threw down the hammer before we rescinded and then
Yeah.
re-rescinded, I was totally wanting to build product. I was like, yeah, build product, that sounds good. And then I was like, oh no, I can't do that.
Also,
So,
you can build something and lose control of it.
Yeah.
So, just
Yeah,
because
if
you
you've
built
got
it,
fighty
doesn't mean
neighbors.
it's yours.
Yep. Yep. Gotcha.
so what you're saying is let somebody else do the work
Yeah.
and continue
And then
partying.
go fight them. which-
Party
which
to your
is-
heart's content.
Also a party.
This
You,
part-
you do know that Andrew WK was the voice of the DJ in the Nuka World expansion to Fallout 4, yes.
Oh, that's right.
I
Yeah.
did not know
Also,
that, but that
It's sure a thing. He plays Red Eye,
Amanda.
who tells wild stories about how he got his name and all the amazing things he's done. All right. So I don't have to activate any cards, right? Like,
Right. You can
No,
draw
you'll
cards
just draw
instead.
two cards.
yeah.
But remember, you'd have to discard a card at the end.
Well, I'm gonna be battling that Andy.
Oh, that's true.
So I'm using some cards.
Yeah.
It's not a bad strat.
Let's see. Activate. Yeah, or draw a card. Yeah, I'm just gonna draw cards.
So you draw 3 cards. Now you've got your entire deck in your hand,
Yep, I sure do.
and you move to battle phase.
Right.
So you choose 3 of the cards in your hand, and then you roll some dice.
Oh, look at these dice for a second.
Figure some odds.
The only ones that have a blank side are the blue
Is the
ones.
blue, yeah.
And there's only one blank side.
That's sort of what I was thinking. I was like, oh man. Let's see how this goes for me.
All right. So you're trying to get a 9.
Yeah, I am.
What are you rolling?
I am rolling. I put out my warrior, my general, and my bandit. So I'm rolling 2 pinks and 2 greens.
Not bad.
That
Oh well, here.
sounds
Yeah, you've got
forceful.
all you need there. Okay. Yahtzee. One,
So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yes, got there.
9, 10?
Yeah, because the 2 characters, one adjacent and one in
Oh,
the
the-
space.
Adjacent also helps?
Yep.
Oh.
That's why I didn't put both of them in, is because I get to count adjacent orthogonally,
Okay.
not diagonally.
And you get 2 monies.
And if I had lost, only this figure would have had to go back to my base. That one would have gotten to stay out. So I fight with that one, get help from this one,
Yep.
but then this one would be the only one that would have to run if we got caught.
All right.
So you defeated an
So
Andy.
this goes away and goes into the collection.
You get a blurb.
To the supply. I get a blurb for fighting and winning.
And you get 2 monies because you rolled $2
Dollars.
signs.
Get some monies. Did I sell some of the android for scrap, I wonder? It sounds like me. So those go into my discard pile. There. Because those were my
Disco
battle
discard.
cards.
Yep.
Yep.
Disco discard.
My discord.
Yes. Hey, speaking of which, chat, don't forget
We
to
have a
join our
Discord.
Discord. Link down below. All right. And it's John's turn.
Okay.
I feel good about that turn.
Yeah, that went well.
First, draw a card.
I'm wondering, do we all have the same base cards?
I believe
I'm
Yes.
pretty sure.
everyone had 6 to start.
Yes.
Yes.
But do they have the same art?
Oh,
Yes.
no. Oh, do they?
Just with
There's
different colors?
different shadings.
Okay. Yes, because mine
Okay,
are
yeah,
yellow.
Andy's got his merchant out, and I can see my merchant.
I think what I'm
My
gonna
merchant
go
is wearing some very baggy pants. Look at those pants. If you have your merchant in hand, look at your merchant's pants.
Yeah.
They're luscious pants.
They're wonderful.
They are.
Or buying a warrior.
And they're like high water pants with some high tops
The new $5 card is an event discovery.
and a plastic
Or,
chain necklace.
discover.
Very, very in.
Activate a work card effect that builds a structure without paying its cost.
Wow.
It also says $2.
So you get $2.
I don't know. It's a period, then
Oh.
$2.
Oh, this is an event. So, yeah, I guess you get $2 out of that.
That's cool. It's a $5 buy.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, right now it is. It'll get cheaper. All right.
Okay.
Awesome. So, did you
I didn't put a
put
work
somebody out for recruiting? There you go.
multiple shredders. Okay. The way I want to do this, I guess I'm gonna go this way. 1, 2, 3. Now, do I
Okay.
reveal now or do I?
Yes.
have to wait?
Reveal now. I missed that piece.
Okay.
7,
7.
just like the one I beat.
1, 2.
Yep.
And I can move a third or only
Nope,
2?
just 2.
2 up to 3 spaces each.
You could have something in your hand that lets you move somebody.
Yeah, because Travis got to move a third.
Right, because I still have my activate phase. Alright, so now I'm going to activate a card effect. I'm going to first activate my Charmer, which lets me draw 2 cards. Okay. Then I'm going to. And these stay in my pile, they don't immediately go to my
Right.
discard?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, activated cards stay in your activated card pile.
I think
until
that's
the
going to
end of your
become
turn.
relevant during my turn.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to be drawing and then moving my discard over, but not
Yeah.
having access to the cards that are active that turn.
Then I discard my bandit to get $2.
Okay? Amanda, can John have $2?
Oh. I mean, John's right there in front of the bank, but
Well,
yes.
that's true.
It's not like you and Travis, you can't reach them from there.
Did you already take the
I think I
$2?
already took $2.
Sorry.
Because he's right there.
I'm so observant
Then I'll use my last action
to draw a card. Okay, awesome. Now it's fighting time.
Okay.
We're getting better at this. You need 7. So
7.
3 cards into your action pile.
If I chose not to take a third, would I draw a card? We wouldn't
No.
do that, right? Okay.
And you don't have any cards to draw.
That's why I was having a conundrum
Yeah.
if I could shuffle this back in.
Right.
And what else? I'll go with this one. So, 2 pinks and a blue.
There you are.
Maybe 7.
Yes, you need 7. You've got 2 to start with, because you're adjacent guy. You're there.
There you go.
You smashed that bot. You really destroyed it. That was 8, 9, 10. And you get a blurb. Yeah, doesn't matter.
I get 1 blurb. Yep. There you go. Do I get any money?
You didn't roll any money.
No.
So no. It's that if you fight an Andy and you roll money on a green die, you get money out of this. But if you're fighting another player
And
and you roll money,
you take the
you
money
get it
from
from
them.
Okay. And I believe. Oh, I'm sorry. I believe that's the end of my turn.
All right, Travis, we're back to you. And that means the round marker moves. It is round 2. Round 2, fight.
All right,
Go
cool.
fight immediately.
So I drew my card. You know what, guys? I'm gonna recruit Doc.
Yeah.
It's for free. It has a pink die on it. That really doesn't sound like a bad thing.
No.
Let's see.
So you
what
put
new
a
card.
Sure
duder out
isn't.
for recruiting.
I guess the only problem being with him is that he's a 1 effect. But I guess that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So John, what reveals?
Merchant Frank. And he looks like a Frank, guys. He's a 1 build, a 2 merchant, and a pink die.
Hi.
Nice.
What'd you miss? You missed that we are playing Neon Gods, which is
Yeah, we
about
only just started round 2, and
gangs in the futuristic year of 2009.
the far-off futuristic year of 2009.
He screams
Right.
Frank.
How are you
doesn't he?
doing?
So I've recruited. So now I am going
You play
to
another dude.
He did.
Okay.
He did that thing.
So now I move before activating. All right. There you go. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, and it is a 7.
Okay.
All right.
7 toughness bot.
And I'll go 1, 2. Yeah.
All right,
It'll be-
spreading your influence wide.
Yep. And
Now it's playing cards time.
activated cards. I am going to use my builder, and I am going to build things.
I like this game, guys.
Yeah.
I'm going to
This is
use
fun.
1 hammer and $3 to build a watchtower. Right
Those huff
here.
monkeys.
Okay.
Those huff monkeys are good at building things.
And then I am going to use the other hammer, another
So
$3,
good with their hands, with their opposable thumbs.
Thank you.
because I can only build a factory where I control, right?
Right.
I cannot build here while it's not yet under my control.
Right.
So I will still build.
Exactly.
I am going to build my factory here.
So
Hi,
watchtower
it actually
and
says
factory.
On the back of the box.
Are-
Excuse me. It says on the back of the box. I'm actually going to grab the back of the box so that I can I can read it. Oh no.
That's fine.
Also,
It says it's the future year of 2009 and blurping ain't how it used to blurp. But also in the instruction booklet it says 19XX, which I thought Pi would appreciate.
Yes.
Also, if any of you have your builder in your hand,
Yeah.
or if you've seen it, I did not realize she has the architect's ruler and she's wielding a blueprint in her other hand. It's a really nice flavor on
Oh,
on
the
artwork.
card art is so fantastic.
He also has worms.
Yeah, she has like these little like neon worm dudes holding like a pencil.
This
and a
is where
tape measure.
everybody reveals that they all have a builder in their hand.
Yeah,
Which
I don't think
I
it
guess
matters right now.
since nobody
So-
used a builder in the last round, we knew everybody had one in their hand.
So, point of clarification.
I
Yes.
do like
Uh,
your base dog.
In the
too.
event that you use a healer to draw back from your discard, do you get to choose what you're
It's
drawing
okay.
back from your discard?
I think if you're drawing, you shuffle your discard and then draw from the top of a new
no,
draw.
No,
if you
it's that you get to
Oh,
take
drawback.
out of yeah.
Oh.
Do you get to choose?
I
Let
would
me
guess
look.
What
so.
you're dragging.
That
Let
would
me
be
look
my
at what
interpretation.
the definition of the drawback. Select up to X cards of your choice from your discard pile and place them into your hand. So if you want to leave something in your discard pile to shuffle into your deck next turn, or yeah, like you don't have if it's like draw up 2,
Yeah,
you
cool.
wouldn't have to take both.
So I'm gonna play Doc to grab.
It's fine. We're not gonna wash your keyboard out.
I'm gonna
Late.
that.
Let me
and
put an
I'll
adult
just grab
warning on the stream.
the bandit as well. All right, great. And now I am going to. That's 2. And so I will also play this bandit
To get
for,
$2?
to get $2. And
Okay.
That's my third card.
Now you're gonna have
So
to fight that
now I
droid.
need to fight Andy. And so because it's only an Andy, I'm just gonna let you guys know I'm doing 2 pinks and a green.
Nice.
I'm going very aggressive here.
Where's the other 2 pinks?
There you go. Roll away. You
I mean, I
need
went very
you need
aggressive
4
after an Andy
because you've got one
earlier,
guy
but I also
there
had a
and 2 adjacent.
I know there are higher level Andys. I know there's like an 11 out here somewhere. Because I know the Andys do go up high.
All right, you get 1 money,
Yep.
and you did 6, 7, 8, 9 damage to that 7 Andy.
So
You've slain the Andy.
so 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Oh, you're right, 10.
11.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Is that
Yeah.
only for defense?
What's that?
Is that only
No,
defense?
it's
Watchtower,
defense.
it's an.
Watchtower
in that
is
space.
3 on defense. Here, if you attack me, I get +3. If I'm resolving battles
Just
adjacently,
think of the children.
there's a +1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
The Watchtower is good in 2 respects, basically.
All right, so you get some blurb,
I get
and you get 1 money. Did you already get your money?
I did get my money.
Okay. And stuff goes in your discard, and it's my turn?
Hmm?
All right, my turn. Draw 1 card. Yoink.
I feel like, so this is our first time playing this, and we did sort of have aggregate story time at the beginning.
Yeah.
But I think the basic scenario is meant to go faster
Yeah.
than the harder scenarios. Because now that we sort of we have the hang of how like things happen, I feel like our turns are moving faster.
So who's available to recruit?
The Merchant Frank, an event card, Discover, and 2 Charmers.
What's the Discover do?
The Discover lets you activate a work card effect that builds a structure without paying its cost, and then you get $2 out of it. But it's $3 to buy that card. So you could do it without having a work in your hand to activate it. Like, let's say you really wanted to build a factory, but you don't have your builder in your hand. You could pay the $3 to have that go off and not have
Yeah,
to...
I'm going to pay $3,
Okay,
build a factory.
okay. You're discovering.
So I build a factory. I get $2 back.
Yep.
So that's
You lose
not a bad
$1
deal.
to
Yeah.
build a factory.
Yeah, that can go in the discard pile. That's your money. You
Oh,
don't
oh,
get it.
sorry.
It goes
Whoa,
in the
whoa,
discard
whoa.
I
pile.
wasn't thinking.
So that was my
I wasn't thinking.
recruit.
Sorry, I thought it was right there.
I don't get a dude because I didn't recruit somebody.
Do you think we're playing Monopoly right now?
Oh, Monopoly is a terrible idea.
I told Andy to... So, we had a laundry fail.
Oh, it was so dreadful. Oh.
Oh, is?
So,
No.
no.
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
So, Rain has come out. Rain does not look like she's having a good time. Rain is a general who gives you a pink and a blue die and lets you recover 4 cards out of your discard pile.
Wow.
What is her weapon? Is that just a...
It's just a really weird looking gun.
All right, so that was
Yeah, our laundry fail
recruit
was
or
that
draw.
Andy was like, I need clean shirts
Oh,
and
dual
pants.
wielding.
So I'm going to go dump all of my work shirts in the laundry. And went down to put his laundry in the dryer, and the laundry had not agitated. It had filled with hot water. It had not agitated,
Or
and it had not
drained.
drained or spun.
Yeah.
So his clothes were just sitting there in hot, soapy water, and he had to fish them out. The machine would not do any more.
Yeah.
So of course
Very
the dryer was
disappointing.
pretty useless for that, because our dryer is pretty useless anyway in our building, and we only had enough quarters for one load to send
very
through
disappointing.
the washer and the dryer. So he didn't have any work shirts.
Well, luckily I had one shirt, but it's got sort of holes in it.
Yeah, it's got
It's
holes
not in
in it.
great condition.
No, but it is a shirt that fits you, which is
Yeah.
good. But when he didn't realize that he had, well, his other options are my shirt, my Battleground shirts, which are larges, but they're ladies' larges, and ladies' larges fit me.
Yes.
So he was like, "Oh no, I don't have any work shirts," and I was like, "You could wear the shirt that says no, not like Monopoly,"
Which I got for Christmas.
So
From Lobster of Revenge. Thank you
Yes.
very much.
so
Yeah, it was a real bummer. We took our laundry over to my mom's.
so real quick, you remember the heady days when I used to work at Dependable Cleaners in
I
Quincy?
do remember that.
Yeah, when I started training there, they had me in a size medium polyester polo.
Tight.
That feels like that would be cutting off circulation in your arms. Because I have a couple of like men's small shirts,
Yeah.
and then I have a couple of ladies larges. But at some point, I pulled a shirt out, and I was used to there only ever being men's or unisex sizes in the Battleground shirts. So I was like, grab me a small. And whoever I was asking to fish me out a small from the bin, because they were just in a big tub, grabbed me a small, and they grabbed me a ladies' small. I wear a ladies' large. Ladies' sizing is annoying, and stupid, and I hate it. Why would a ladies' large be the same as a men's small?
I don't know.
It seems awfully bizarre, right? And sizist and horrible. So, yeah, I have a very tiny Battleground shirt, but like a ladies' large would not fit Andy very well. But that ladies' small, it's real tight at the arms.
All right. Now to stuff.
Yes. Stuff.
To moving. I'm going to move one person here.
What
Revealing-
sort of Andy is that?
An 11.
Ooh, I told you.
That's going to
told
be
you.
tough.
Because ladies are delicate and small. Yeah, we're all.
And then I'm going to move this
so-
person. 1, 2,
Hey, Toshi,
3.
I bet you could. I bet you could.
What's Toshi say?
He says he bets he could fit the ladies small.
Yeah.
send it to you
Toshi
if you
is
want.
we.
I still don't know what Toshi looks like. I can't imagine.
I'll show you a picture.
All right. So that is my moving. Now
I have a picture
activating
somewhere.
3 card effects.
Yes.
Oh, that's really weird.
I'm going to
Yellow in my chat, but you're purple in
build
the chat
a
up there.
watchtower, which requires a build and 3 monies.
I feel like
Here's
just
3 monies.
in case you need to know, at the end of each sunrise, money is valuable because you spend it to get points.
Ah.
So if you have $6 at sunrise, you get.
I have 1 build left over. I'm going to use
you
that build
may
to
spend your
build a
money.
product.
I just thought it
But but it's not a guaranteed. If you have this in hand, you get these
Oh,
points.
No,
John,
yeah.
can you pass me a product?
Sure.
I'm building a product in my
I had a
factory.
picture of you at some point.
Oh, actually, sorry. This is a 3 product on one side and 1 on the other. Is that relevant?
Well,
It's just-
yeah, it's 1 for now.
Yeah.
If you
So
happen
far
to
back
build
in
more
my
and more,
mind.
so you don't
Yeah.
have a pile of them going on, you can just
So I
flip
have a
one
product.
to consolidate.
As my next action, I am going to draw 2 cards.
Because it seems like the card effect is cell 2. It makes sense that if you've built up to 3,
Yeah.
to be able to flip it down to 1.
That does make sense. All right, so I'm drawing 2. And then for my third action, I will draw a card.
Okay.
So now, to battle. I have to battle this 11. I'm going to well, I guess I can play them face up. So I'm going to play a warrior. I'm going to play my general. And I'll play a bandit.
So you get a blue, 2 pinks, and
And a green. Yep. 2 pinks, a green, and a blue.
And you're fighting 11.
Yep, 11, and I've got my watchtower plus 3 dudes, so...
That's a plus 4 overall.
Yep. 6, 7, 8,
You got it.
9, 10, 11. Yes, I
12.
did
Nice.
defeat it. I
12.
defeated it. But I didn't roll any monies. Oh well.
I think if you rolled money, you would have lost.
Can I get a blurb?
Yeah, rolling money would have meant rolling less on your green die.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. But I'm out of money right now, so I'm in a bad place. All right, Amanda, it is your turn.
Hi.
I have 1 card left in my hand.
So I draw a card, except I don't have a draw pile. So
Yeah, I already pre-shuffled my discard pile.
Yes,
knowing
I
that
saw
was
you
gonna need to
shuffling.
do that.
yeah.
Like, I also have a bad habit of
Do
shuffling
you have any
forever.
cards in your hand?
Shuffle
I've one in my hand.
forever.
Okay.
Okay. I'm drawing a card. Cool. Now I can recruit or draw. I feel like I want to recruit Rosa there. She's looking real. I love those leggings. I want those.
The dollar I was weighing.
Do you want me to show
Yeah.
this off on stream?
Like, I feel like I could rock
Here.
that look.
So chat, this is
I wanna wear
the art for this game. We love the art for this game. This is the Charmer, who gives you $1, lets you draw 2 cards, and if she's in battle, she gives you a green die. So, yep. She costs 1 right now
Yeah.
on the lineup.
So I feel like I could. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna recruit Rosa. She goes right into my hand.
And the new
Put a
card-
dude on your base.
Yep.
New card
On your
is
base.
another event.
Base. Oh,
Ooh, what do we get?
Rerouting. Remove 1 tunnel token from the board. Place 1 or 2 tunnel tokens into valid spaces.
interesting.
So you can
So-
change how the subway goes.
Yeah.
Apparently you, what is it called? You're amontillatoing someone?
Ah, sure. Bricking somebody up.
Yeah. That or you're assisting this little robot bear build a wall.
Loving this game.
Pure chaos
Yeah.
in a fun way.
All right.
That's so mean. Because if you have like no way of getting around someone's like defenses, you could just build the tunnel directly to them.
Well, it says a valid space. What's a valid space?
I assume it's anything that's not a base.
Or a
dead.
yeah, dead zone. That makes sense. So yeah, just tunnel straight there.
I mean, alternatively also too, because you're
They
removing
can
a
take
tunnel.
that one to you.
Well, the other thing though is that you can use that to say I want to remove a potential flanking tunnel.
Yeah.
It's like, no, I don't want you guys getting near me. I'm removing this, and I'll put more tunnels up here to sow discord between you guys.
Exactly. It's really chaotic.
All right. I'm going to move my figures.
Okay. I was just looking through my discard pile.
It also feels like, hey, someone took a tunnel and is waiting to build up an army. You can strand them. That's also a thing.
Yeah.
Oh man. I just like the idea. Hey, you can change the board state with this.
Yeah,
one
yeah,
card.
right.
Yeah.
Well,
And it gets shuffled back into the deck, so it can come back out
it can
again.
come back out.
Okay, I'm going to go 3
Okay.
to there.
That's one person.
Yeah, I went 1, 2, 3.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to do 1, 2,
Reveal.
7.
7. Nice.
Oh, that's not hard.
So I moved my 2 figures.
Yep.
Now I get to activate card effects. I'm going to activate my Charmer that lets me draw 2 cards.
Nice.
Now you've got your whole deck in your hand again.
Yes, I do.
You're
I'm
good
really
at that.
Good at this. I've played a lot of DC Deck Builder. And I like playing the Flash in DC Deck Builder. It
Oh,
was
the
a
card draw.
card draw character. That's the whole thing. That's his build.
The speedsters seem to do that because in whatchamacallit, oh god, the one with the pre-made decks, Sentinels of Multiverse.
Oh yeah.
Tachyon has the same kind of speed through everything.
I want to play more Sentinels.
I've got the completed set now. We could do a thing, but that's a big box.
It is a big box. I know.
All right. So now that I've moved, and I've activated a card effect, I'm gonna then. I don't have any more cards to draw, so I can't
So you
draw anymore.
activate two more cards.
Do I have to activate 2 more cards?
I don't think so. It's
It's
not a hard or, right?
I guess I'll activate my builder and spend 3 to build. I'm going to build a monument on this skyscraper.
That's awesome.
Nice.
We'll see how long I retain control of that.
What are you going to name that monument?
It's the monument to monumental monuments.
Okay. I always wondered that if you conquered a new land with an
Monument
already
Drive
existing
monument.
could you rename it?
Sure.
Has that happened? Is there a valid case of that? History, it must have happened
I'm
at
certain.
one point.
And yeah, I don't think I have to do
Beyond
all 2
renaming the actual land or territory.
this land.
Yo, that pyramid looks sick. Let's name them triangles. That's my thought process. If I were to conquer a new land.
Name this
It
land.
just says do this 3 times.
Okay.
It doesn't have a up to or may.
Yeah,
it
so you
sorta
do
says
have to
you
do it 3
have to do
times.
it.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do. I'm gonna activate the merchant, and I don't have anything to sell. So
Okay.
done.
Fighting time. You have to
Time
beat a
to-
7.
Time to fight.
Combat!
I'm going to use my battle cards. I'm putting out my bandit, Sloan, and my warrior. So that gets me 2 pink and 2 green again. May I have a pink candy?
Oh yes. Here you are.
And I have +3.
Yes. So you just need 4.
Oh,
yeah, you
I
wallop
got that and a dollar.
$100 bills.
And a blurb.
Yep, you get another blurb.
There you go. Yeah. I don't think we use these again.
No, I think
they
they're
just
gone.
go back in the supply.
Unless
So
there's an
these
action that puts Andy's on the board.
go into my discard pile. It's the end of my turn. He's now going to
You discard.
my discard.
And it's John's
I
turn.
have 2 cards.
John.
Well, first I draw,
Yes. Then you recruit.
and then I consider. I could either go for what I think is the better play to get a lot of points, or the one that I think will make the game more interesting to me.
I mean, I know what you would normally choose you being
If
John.
it was a lower price, it's a guarantee I'd do it.
But it's not yet. It
exactly,
only just
it's,
came out.
it's $5, which makes it so much more tempting.
You're more tempted to go for the expensive thing?
Yes.
That does
that would
nothing.
beg me off of it, I think.
He just wants to redo the
Because
board.
no matter if I buy another thing right now,
Yeah.
you guys can do it at a lower price.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh,
You're really overselling my want, need, or desire to get something from the recruitment board that isn't a recruit.
I know, but $5 in.
$5.
Wow.
Rerouting.
So it immediately goes off.
So I remove 1 tunnel. I'll get rid of this one.
Yep. And then you put 2 tunnels, or up to 2 tunnels, anywhere you want.
So I
So
know
you-
where I want to put them.
Okay.
Putting one here.
Right by my base,
one here.
right by Travis's base. Awesome.
You can have fun.
I see. I see how this works. Well done.
Then, hey Amanda, we got a little bit of safety net right here.
Yeah.
He just put the tunnels over here to encourage me and Travis to fight each other.
Andy, here's
Yeah.
what we
Now
Yeah.
I'm gonna reveal
Yeah.
the next card.
now.
Oh, sorry.
So
obviously, the brute jutes and the disco tykes are bound by their youth, by their few years,
Oh,
to
okay.
gang up
A
against the
truce.
Huff Monkeys, who clearly are like aged stoners,
So I think we have
and the
to-
mums who are the grandmas. So it's
I
the
mean-
youngs against the grups.
Think on it.
Yeah, thinking about
So I
it.
think we have to
Grups.
put-
Oh,
are
I
we
like
putting
that
the-
reference.
We putting the tape on the table right now, or do we divide the apartment?
We're figuring
Chalk
things out. All
line
right, John.
down
The
That
next
was your.
card is an event card, actually.
Oh wow, a snitch is out.
Place one random Andy token face up on a non-base space, and you get $2 for it.
Okay. So
I gotta shuffle the deck.
yes, you got to shuffle, and then it's time for you to move some dudes.
Yes. Oh man. How to make up for that move? Well, first I'm gonna get $2.
Okay.
Bandit.
You're up to $3 now.
Next, I will draw 2 cards.
Okay.
Oh wait, I did that out of order. I made a mistake. I'm supposed to move 2 people before I'll.
Oh yes, yes. Move your dudes.
So I'm going to move. I'm hoping for safety on this.
I'm so upset that we haven't gotten any owls out yet.
We're owl
What was that?
exterminators.
I just heard a crunch.
Oh, that was me playing with my cards.
Okay. I was like,
Oh,
did someone have cookies and not
Flicking
share?
cards.
Then I'm hoping I'm doing this right, because if I make a mistake, I'm just gonna go back. If that's
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
No, you have to stop in that because it's got a guy in it.
Okay. I'm just making sure.
If you hadn't destroyed that tunnel, you could have gone there. But
No. I was trying to get my guy out.
yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, that is valid. Now you get to do things with the cards in your hand,
Now I get my $2.
which you already grabbed.
I did. Then.
You were going to draw 2 cards, but
I didn't have a draw 2 cards.
no. You
Oh,
were
I did
instead of
the
taking
thing.
an action, you could draw a
Yeah.
card.
I guess I'll just use my builder. Spend $3.
Yep.
And I will also build a monument.
There's
Nope.
no skyscraper there.
Oh, I need a skyscraper?
Yeah, monuments go on
Yeah.
skyscrapers.
Aw, that's sad.
Could build a
Well,
factory.
I will build a factory.
Okay.
Then, there's no battle. I'll draw 1 card.
Yep.
That's my last thing. And then, I do not battle. I'll slide
Yep.
over.
And it's Travis's turn. Travis draws a card.
Mm-hmm.
He moves to, or no, recruit. Sorry,
Recruiter's draw.
recruit.
Would you like to buy the snitch?
No, I'm gonna buy Frank.
Now tell me that he does not look like a Frank.
Does he look like TV's Frank?
Does he look like Sonny's Frank?
Oh, he's got like a, well, he's got the big old honkin' cellular.
Yeah,
he's
he's
got
got
the
TV's
pinky
Frank's Jerry
ring.
curl.
He's got the sweater vest.
Yeah,
sweater wrap.
Yeah,
So
not,
what-
not the sweater vest, but the tied sweater.
So the next card is a bandit, Simone. If you recruit her, you manage to get a medical. I think it's a get a card from your discard pile and $2.
Okay.
So a valued customer.
All right.
Oh, and this is a third day, or third round.
Oh yes, yes, because we're back to player 1.
So are we going for 6? How far do we want to go?
I don't know, Amanda. How far do you want to go?
Well, it's 9 o'clock now.
Yeah.
Gosh.
I say, are we almost,
We're at the beginning of round 3.
okay. Let's see if the end of, like, round 3 and daylight takes us to, like, 9:30.
Yep, and then,
then-
we might play some
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
clunk. Clunk?
Bonk.
Bonk.
If I were to play this game again, I'd probably just shoot
Quack.
for the event cards.
Yeah.
Because that's just a lot of fun.
Like, those are fun to play.
2, 3?
Yes.
Sure. Reveal. It's a
7.
7.
Okay.
There
can
was
do
still
it.
leftover,
Yeah, that's
8
doable.
tokens,
And
too, so
I can move another figure.
Yes. 1. Okay.
I don't like that.
You don't like it?
Bob Dole doesn't like this.
Why don't you like it? What does it have to do with you?
Here.
Yeah.
All right. So now what?
I mean, what were you gonna? Were you going to attack Andy?
Maybe?
Yeah, so I mean, what's it matter to you?
I will fight you.
You're gonna
In
fight
the
me?
Ganymede parking lot
Tokyo. 'Cause this
in
is-
Neon Tokyo.
Yeah. I will fight you in the cowboy car parking lot. Look at him with his hat and his car and
It's
his
a-
star for a face.
So
It's a ghost from
I am
Pac-Man
going
with a
to
baseball hat.
draw one.
It's Baseball Ghost.
And it's
Who else? What else do we
Sonic.
have? Oh God.
What is it?
Sanic. We have a drippy pizza.
Yeah.
It's drippy pizza. I want drippy pizza. We've got awkward grape woman.
Yeah, she's a grape woman pole dancing.
I see a toucan.
That's terrifying.
Toucan?
Yeah. And up here it looks like we have a fat puppy
Pikachu?
cat.
So I've
It's a
drawn.
fat puppy cat that loves you.
So I've drawn 2.
Yes.
I
I'm
want
going
that as a
to
tattoo.
activate a builder, and I'm going to build
Look, it's a
Two products.
unicorn.
right over here.
Oh, it's a horse.
Okay.
It's a
thing.
unicorn Pegasus flying over a diamond.
Because I had no idea what the heck that was. From
And,
the same
What else do
now
we have? What
I am
other-
going to
Well,
battle.
this over here is a gun shooting through a heart.
Oh my
That's
God.
fantastic. This game is amazing.
Artwork is pretty dang good. It feels like the art from what did we play before that?
Okay.
Wasteland Express.
Yes.
This woman
It
has a
does
flower
have
for a
Wasteland
face.
Expressy sort of.
Well, we were saying it was a grape, but yes, a flower is fine.
I mean, great face also works, I guess.
Hi, you gotta do it like the shirts from Pollen
And-
Storm.
And wait,
that
is
have
that a
the
car?
white stripe across that you fill
Is that
in
a
with-
car
Yes.
salesman carrying a car as a briefcase?
Yes.
Yes.
And he's a star-faced car salesman.
This is, you know what? He's a
He's a giant.
He's a luchador.
Oh.
He's a Santo.
He's a luchador car salesman, which is just that's what I want my next PC to be in a tabletop campaign.
Yeah. It would also make a great, like, Halloween costume.
I want every single one of these neon things as a tattoo. Every single one of them.
Ghost with a baseball cap. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right, I still gotta fight Andy.
Yeah.
Not this Andy, but that Andy.
Yeah.
Yes.
I am
That's
Just
going
refer to Andy only as the mums.
Yeah, the mums.
The mums
you
sounds.
You rapscallions!
Andy, you know what the mums sounds like?
What?
It sounds like an ailment you'd get in Theme Hospital.
So
Oh,
It does.
yeah.
Doesn't it?
I'm
When you turn into a little grandma and start like beating someone with your purse.
I'm just gonna use 2 dice.
Okay.
I'm gonna do a blue and
Play
a
Theme
red.
Hospital. It's great. What was the new hospital game that's basically
2
Theme-
Point Hospital.
2 Point Hospital. Play 2 Point Hospital.
Is that the one with the
It's excellent.
the
Now-
physics that are kind of like Game Beasts?
So
with
on a tie, I still defeat Andy.
It's like a
Yes. Well,
Yeah,
that
we
you
sort of
clobbered
deal-
him.
Yeah.
where
Alright.
you're
That's
building
6,
a hospital
7, 8, 9.
with a given like building
Yeah,
layout,
6.
like
Amanda,
buildings.
Travis gets a blurb.
Oh,
Who have you slain?
moving up those huff monkeys.
I slain in Andy.
Yeah.
So we're
All right. Is that the end of your
Yeah.
turn?
that is
Stuff goes to your
Ganymede
discard?
Parking lot is really
Yeah,
the,
stuff
like,
is gonna go to my
classic, though,
discard,
because
and that will-
whole thing came to
I'll do it.
fruition during
The experience.
the experience, and we were fighting in the Ganymede parking lot. So
My
that's
turn.
the way to do it.
now.
Did you have something you wanted to do?
Yeah, no. I want to speak with you.
Oh, okay. No, I
Coercion.
collusion. All right.
There's no
So
collusion.
Grammar.
I'm sorry.
I'm going to. Oh, I recruit or draw.
Us youngins over here aren't allowed to listen in. It's grown-up talk time.
I'm sorry.
Dang it! I'm going to recruit the $0 person, Amanda.
Okay.
You were trying to sow
This is
division.
a charmer.
No, I was trying
Excellent.
to stay away from me. Look at that! I gave you a gateway. I gave you access.
And I used it.
Very good.
And then I'm going to
He's
use
very
this
proud of you now.
grunt. Oh no, first I move. So I'm going to move
Hey, can that actually be the Gambling parking lot?
1,
If there's an
2,
actual combat in that zone.
3.
Okay.
This person is going to have some trouble fighting here.
You should
Is
send
he?
more dudes.
Andy, is he?
He really is.
Andy, is he?
I think
Do I have
battles
any
are
option?
Mandatory.
No. I'm.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. Ooh.
What was that?
Oh, thank you.
Adios.
Hey,
Just thank you very much.
Thank you for
Just
popping in.
Glad you
know,
could
and
join
hanging
us.
out.
Just maybe don't use a green die.
Yeah.
Is all I'd say.
Okay.
Travis, you seem so.
I will fight you in the cowboy
You seem so
car salesman
calculating
parking
right
lot.
I don't know what you're
So
talking about.
Oh, we forgot to move.
that's
on the card.
movement.
Oh,
Oh yes. What do we reveal?
The next card is a bandit named Hector, and he has a really awesome T-shirt and a glowing thing. He's
Oh,
a builder and money.
I want to dress up in all these outfits.
All right, now I'm on to activation. I'm going to activate Doc,
He's got a baseball bat in a holster.
who draws 2 from
On
my
a
discard
neon
pile.
belt.
That's cool.
I like her though. I want to cosplay as Simone.
When we're done with this, I gotta look through this.
Look at her. Look at. Oh my God. She is 100% like my aesthetic. Andy, show this card off on camera. I want to dress in that outfit. I want to wear that outfit exactly.
This is the Bandit Simone that Amanda wants to dress as.
She's amazing.
It is a pretty good outfit. Orange trousers.
She looks like she belongs in Teo's dance crew.
Totally does.
Doesn't she?
Yeah.
So many faces.
All right, so I'm still deciding what I'm drawing from my discard pile.
The general is worth $0.
I feel like we need to. I want it like if I had a whole bunch of people together, I would want all of us to
Take
pick
that.
cards to dress up as and cosplay
And this.
as a gang from Neon Gods at PAX.
That'd be cool. If I could get a.
And like use like the glow tape, like neon tape that you can use that it's like LED lights and stuff.
Okay.
He
So
seems
I'm
to
drawing
have
these
Yes.
2.
a demon drawn on his back, or something. Like this small detail.
He's
And
definitely
then-
got something. It could be a squash.
Yeah, a general's worth $0 right now. If it was $0 during my turn, I would have taken it.
No doubt. It's really cool. Well, we all know what I'm getting.
Bandit's great. I love his shirt.
I'm going to build
legitimately, I would
2
wear his whole outfit.
to make 2
That purple scarf, very
product.
kicky.
And then I'm going to sell 2
And that purple and blue, like check jacket.
to sell those 2 product. Now, Travis.
So it says that dollar equal to the distance from your home base. See cell on page 6 for clarification. So let's just confirm,
Hi.
but I'd say that would be $3 each for $6. That's,
May
but
I
that's
claim
guessing. So let's
Ashley?
confirm.
Okay.
What if this is a more convoluted way?
Cosplay
So,
crew?
when determining the distance, you must always choose the shortest distance possible. Tunnel spaces are not considered adjacent for this purpose.
You have to get those cat stockings.
So yes, 3 spaces from my base. 1, 2, 3.
Yep.
So I get 6 monies.
Yes.
Amanda, can I have 6 monies, please? I get a 5. Look at that.
You get a
I'm
whole
rich.
dollar bill.
I had
really
none
dig
monies
this
and now I
shit.
have 6.
Isn't it good?
Blue. I think Zima? Is that what it is?
Now
Zima blue?
I move to battle.
I mean, if you want.
I am going to play
I don't
these
know if
2
it's
cards as
exactly-
my
It's more,
battle.
it's more like
Travis,
like
what are
cyan.
you playing?
It's like Robin's Egg Blue or cyan.
That's what you're playing.
It's
Okay.
a good blue. I really want to
They
cosplay
totally missed
Ashley.
it.
I have a red and a blue.
And I have confirmation that she has the Arcade Spirit's heart on the back of her vest.
I got 4, 5.
Of that
1,
button.
2, 3. So your guy is defeated.
Which gives him.
Nothing.
You don't get a
He
bonus.
didn't roll any.
I didn't roll any
You
monies.
get blurb though.
Oh, do I get a
For
blurb?
winning a battle, you get a blurb.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll double check that, but I'm pretty sure I'm right on that. So I feel like we're gonna finish one round of like, we're gonna hit daylight and do our
Yeah.
scoring. But I feel like we would have to play longer to really get our engines
Yeah.
working. To
Like
be
I
getting,
haven't
like,
been doing a very good
products
job
and stuff like that.
recruiting to a goal.
I'm just like fighting Andes at this
Yeah.
point.
Is there a way to get cards out of your deck?
I don't think so.
Not that we've encountered yet.
There may be
Wouldn't
event
surprise me.
cards or
Yeah.
like special things that let you do that.
I have no cards left in my hand. My whole deck is in my discard now.
Battle. Yes, the player with the higher battle value is the victor and gains 1 blurb for winning the battle.
Okay. And the loser goes back to their base.
Any figure or figures they had in that contested space goes back to their base.
So in City of Spy, you want to be Queen Bee, but you okay? Like cosplay as Queen Bee?
Oh, from the
Cosplay,
game.
when you cosplay, there's always the question when you cosplay as a character who is a different race than yourself, and you are white, which we are, of you don't want to do like blackface or anything like that because that's horrible. But I understand not wanting to whitewash, but also I think it would be respectful to the character to like play that character and not try to like play around with the race. And just be Queen Bee because she's amazing.
She is
I don't
amazing.
see a problem with that. Because she's awesome and I think you would be a wonderful Queen Bee.
Man.
I think you would also be an excellent Juniper. But yeah, Queen Bee is amazing.
Just don't let any of your children hear the lip on you as Queen Bee.
Yeah, no. Like everything that I've seen from the cosplay community is like cosplay whoever you want. Don't cosplay the race.
Yeah.
Cosplay the character, not the race. So cosplay the hair, cosplay the outfit,
Yep.
The makeup. Like, you know, if you were cosplaying a character who wears like bright eye makeup or something like that, you would want to do that. But you're cosplaying the character, and that's everything I've seen. I mean, I would reach out to the cosplay community. Jay Justice is a cosplayer who's super cool, and she's probably a pretty good resource for that. Even if you don't ask her, she might have good resources posted like in her Twitter and stuff, because she's very active.
Quick question.
Yes?
Are we limited to the number of factories and watchtowers
Yes.
here? That is a finite resource.
Yes.
Okay.
It actually does say so in
Duly
the
noted.
instruction book
Yep.
that there are a limited number of some items in the game, and if a card tells you to use or build or place an item, but there are none of those items available in the supply, that you do not do that.
You just can't do it. All right.
It just becomes impossible.
Fair enough.
Amanda, it's your turn.
Okay, sorry, I got distracted talking about
Cosplay. Yep. So draw a card, which means you have to shuffle.
Yep. Shuffle my deck. I
Boy,
really do
is
like
she
this. I would
shuffling.
love maybe to do a Sunday longer stream for
Yeah.
this game. Now that we sort of understand how the mechanics work.
Yeah.
I really do like this. I would love to play through one of the like scenarios.
I think there were 4 in the book.
I think so. We could probably come up with our own.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to do that until we had played a couple of them.
Yeah.
But yeah. Okay, drawing the card.
Yep.
Alright.
No, I'd be totally on board for a longer play of this.
I am
I'll
going
play
to,
Anachrony
for
again
$0, take this general.
Okay. Don't forget to put a deuter out.
Yup.
See,
Now,
The
he
new card we got
knew
is-
exactly how to still sow division, right?
Yeah.
Because it's like wait a second. Now you're 7 spaces away from you. I'm only 6 spaces away from
I
mine.
know, right?
Ugh.
If we
I-
were
I
playing
under- I
another
told-
round after this, that would come into effect.
Now I totally understand why you didn't go for this one because that's only 4 spaces. That doesn't do anything. No.
Anyway, the new charmer is Daisy. She's a builder and a draw card.
Daisy.
Those polka dots are glowing.
God, they are. Oh my god, I want all these outfits. I want all these outfits. What? Oh, it's a sword. I was like, what exactly is coming out of her neck? But she has a sword hilt down here. That's great.
So Insidious Pie
Kids are
says
so good.
one of her kids picked up a word they shouldn't know from
Yeah.
their mom's road rage.
Oh.
Okay, so I have recruited.
Yeah.
I've drawn a card. I've recruited. Now I get to move 2 figures. So I'm gonna go.
So while we're talking about kids and picking up language from
2.
parents and uncles and such, I have a vivid memory of when I was probably, this would be around the time of the blizzard of 77, so I was probably about 5 years old. Blizzard of 78, so I was 6 years old. But I remember my father like slamming his finger in a cabinet door and saying at the top of his lungs, "Crap!" And for some reason I thought he said crab. And I was like, why is crab a bad word that he has to be so... Yeah, I know, right?
Why not Zoidberg?
You have Zoidberg. You all have Zoidberg. So yes, for a long time thereafter, I thought crab was a swear.
I didn't even know
That's adorable.
swear words when I was a kid. My parents were real good about them. Until like high school, my mom went out to sea with the program and came back with a sailor's mouth.
Oh, yeah.
Loading the dishwasher or something wouldn't fit. She was like, like, Mom. But when I was a kid, I really didn't know. Like, I didn't know what the words were. I knew that there were swear words. I didn't know them. And I had a girl in my class ask me, "Do you ever swear?" 3rd grade, by the way.
Yeah.
"Do you ever swear?" Like, ugh, you're so pathetic. "Do you even swear?" And I was like, "No." She was like, "Do you even think them in your head?" And I was like, "No, I don't know what they are."
I have a story, but it's not appropriate.
Okay, we'll talk that.
We'll hear that later then.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so I have gone 1, 2.
Yep, I saw that.
Yeah, go ahead. Honestly, I don't.
I
mind.
mean, it's sort of, we're learning the game, so I want to fight.
I've committed to just going for events and changing the game state.
Now you can only build in a factory you control.
I think so.
Because could she build on that factory even
If
though
I
she
control
doesn't?
it.
But no. While it's uncontested territory, could you build on?
Not while it's contested, I think. Because
Okay.
neither of us control it right now.
Because you wouldn't be able to build on an area with an Andy already, I think. Wait, did we do that? I forgot.
No.
Place up to 2 product tokens on a space you control.
That has
Yeah.
a factory. Okay, gotcha.
So,
Just curious.
Oh.
Tokens.
Place up to 2 products?
What?
That's kind
That's
of
cool.
Well, we've been doing that wrong. Oh well.
Morning, folks.
Ding.
Made mistakes.
I could have just made twice as much. Or no, I couldn't have. Because
Alright.
I only did one
Just
cell.
get like a soundboard
So
ding
I've
effect.
moved.
every
Yes.
time.
And I am going to activate. Instead of activate, I'm going to draw.
Okay.
And then I'm going to activate my charmer to draw 2.
I like how the colors are so nicely varied.
Yeah.
Actually, does your robot have a different jar? Oh, okay. I was just wondering because the blue seems to be the same.
Yeah, the jar and the tape deck seems to be where the
And then
where
I'm
shade
going to
varies.
activate Rosa here to get $1
Okay.
and draw 2 cards because we agreed that it was.
Yeah. All right.
Now I have my whole deck again.
You do, and now it's fighting time.
Now it's time to fight John.
Okay, so what do I do?
Time to
You choose up to
time
3
fight
cards
some
and
brute
play them
youths.
face down.
I
And
do
that determines what dice
Yeah.
you're going to be rolling.
2.
Can you get a third by draw? Can't you determine battle cards by blind draw?
Let
I
me
don't
see.
think
Wasn't
so.
that established
I
before?
think it actually. I think you may
What?
be able to.
How?
Travis
If
is
so,
right.
I'll just do this.
Because he only has 2 cards.
Yeah.
So he gets to pick 3 cards to put down, and if he doesn't have one, I think he gets to blind draw one.
Oh,
into
I
his
didn't know that that was a thing.
I could be
I thought
wrong.
that
I
if
could
you
be
attacked
wrong.
somebody
I'm
who had
checking.
fewer cards in their hand, you got an advantage.
Yeah, that's what I thought the strategy was. But let's see.
Yeah, those cards can come in any combination from her hand or blindly from the top of her draw pile.
So
I don't
if you'd
need
rather,
If a player
if you'd rather
has
blind
no
draw
draw
all three.
pile, she may shuffle her discard pile
That's
to form a new
also an
one.
option.
It's like if you're looking at the 2 in your hand, you're like, those are clunkers. You're like, I
You could
think
be
I
like,
have good ones here.
I know I have good ones in my deck, and my deck is not
So
that
John's
big.
playing
I can
all
just-
3
from
his
your
draw
draw pile.
pile.
Yeah.
Because John loves
Sure.
randomness.
Sure, John loves chaos. I'm into it. I'm into it.
I mean, if we had been counting cards, he would know what's in his draw pile.
But you
But
know I do have that kind of...
So this is my hand right now, and this is what I've played.
okay, so
I don't
reveal
know.
we
simultaneously.
reveal our cards.
We got Warrior, Charmer, Warrior. So a pink,
All right.
blue, and a pink.
All right, so you guys are gonna have to roll one at a time because
Yep,
we don't
because
have
I'm
enough
using
dice.
all 3 pinks.
Would you like to
So-
go first?
I'll roll first, sure. And I also have, so we're fighting here.
Yep.
You get to add 2 to yours, and I get to add 3
Yes.
to mine. All right. So I'm gonna roll 3 pink dice, a blue die, and a green die.
If you roll any dollars, you're getting nothing. He's got no monies
Yeah, well.
because he spent everything to make those tunnels.
I know, but I still get blurps, so.
Yeah.
Snakes rule! All right.
Wow, that's a lot
So
of pips.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
16 is the number to beat, John.
Not
5,
7.
6, 7. I think you won, Amanda.
Yes. So I move this one.
Yep,
I also
and
move
Amanda
this
gets a
one.
blurb.
No, the adjacent stays. It's only from the contested space.
Okay.
So,
Give me
And
that
that's
factory.
the end of Amanda's
Yeah.
turn.
my factory now.
So discard.
And now it's John's turn.
Shuffle my deck.
You
Yep.
built this? I built this.
Mine
Yeah.
now. So now all of these go in my
That's
discard
also a
pile.
valid strategy if you just
And
want to
I am
refresh your
under
deck.
my hand limit.
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
I'm enjoying my whole
Experience.
draw my whole deck,
Yeah.
use the cards I want to use, and then
Yeah, no, that
then I'm
works.
under my hand limit.
I will buy the snitch.
Thought you would.
For nothing?
Any random Andy token, so I can't.
Yeah, you can't look at
I
them.
won't
Turn
be
them
picking
over.
the face-up ones, just so I can draw from one of these.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
And where is it going?
Place it on any non-base space.
Non-base.
Any
So,
space
yeah.
that isn't a base, yeah.
Fine.
Then I get $2.
So when does
You're
that
rich.
need to resolve?
What, the dollars?
No, the
No,
fight.
Andy. I think
Oh.
on Andy's, if we moved to Andy's next turn, it would resolve then because he's in a contested
Right.
space now.
The next card
No. I mean, point of order. Probably you are correct. But now I do not control this space. He just killed a whole bunch of points for me.
Yes, he did.
We got General Murphy. Oh, he's got 3 effects.
Nice.
He's so cool. He's wearing Michael Jackson's coat from Thriller.
Nice.
That's neon and awesome.
It is a good coat.
I think he's got no, that's a machine gun. I thought it was a flamethrower. He's got build, move, and sell. So
Wow.
we can do all 3 at once.
Yeah, Andy. During the battle step of your turn, if you share a space with 1 or more Andy tokens, you must battle them.
Yep.
So it wouldn't happen as soon as the Andy token
Yep.
was placed, but it would happen in the battle
During my
step
battle
of your
stage.
turn, unless
So
you
that was
move-
actually a really good move on John's part.
Yeah.
Because
Now
he
you-
just killed most of my scoring.
You could theoretically if we were like moving beyond
Yeah,
this
yeah.
daylight round, you could move your characters off that space and not fight it.
Yeah.
Oh, first move.
Um,
1, 2, 3.
because it says you must stop when you encounter one of those, but not that you can't move away from one if one is placed in your space.
Yeah.
Replay card actions. No battle phase. Discard 1. We are at daylight.
All right, so scoring.
All right, let's do end of game. As
Well,
if we were
end of round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because actually, daylight, you score during the daylight
Yeah.
phase, so you score 3 times during the course of the game.
Just to be sure, I don't
I
think
do
anyone
like
has
that.
enough money to buy one of these. I think we're all less than 6.
Yeah.
I have 6.
Do you want to buy 3
Any blurb?
points?
Yeah.
If you have 6, you get
ahead.
3 blurb.
Give me 3 blurps.
There you go.
I'll put my $6 away.
You're at 5 blurb. Yeah, I don't have $6.
Eat
$2.
my dust, you little scamps.
That might actually get you the round.
That might.
I don't think so. I think Travis has got
so,
this.
Daylight phase. Each player gains 1 blurb for each space she controls, excluding dead zones. So that's.
So I get 1 more blurp.
blurb.
2 blurb.
Oh, 2. Thank you. Yes.
So, 1, 2. So let's do it by like
Yeah.
type of thing. So I gain 1, 2, 3, 4. So
I get 1.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
5.
Travis gets 5.
all hanging out here on 7.
Okay.
All right. Each player gains blurb determined by any game effects, including the skyscrapers and structures she controls.
So I get 2 blurp. Amanda, you control
I
this, so
control
you get
this, so that's
3.
1. Yep. 3, and I control this factory.
Actually, I
Does
think
that
it's
get me anything?
4, right? Because you control this.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, I do control that one. Sorry. Missed that. There was a skyscraper there.
Factory.
Anything from a factory?
It says end game,
So it's the last
like
round.
Okay.
end of the game.
So, if we were doing an end game, what would it give me?
It would give you 1.
Okay.
1 for 1 factory.
Okay. And then the more factories
Travis,
you
you control 2 skyscrapers,
Mhm.
so you get 2
Okay.
points. Okay.
And John, do you,
He doesn't
No,
control.
no, I chose to chill.
starting with the current first player and going clockwise, each player may spend money to purchase blurb at the price listed on the blurb exchange on the recruitment board. Each player may do this only once per daylight phase. So you can't like then decide later to
Yeah.
buy more blurb. Then you pass the first player token clockwise.
Okay, now that is the one thing I was going to say with the game. Because I feel like if you're not in a rotation kind of
Yeah.
mindset, this market just kind of slams
Yeah,
fast and
it
choice.
does. But the fact that it's going to
It
keep
will.
going, so yeah.
That's nice.
So if we were to continue, I would be first player for round 4.
5 and 6.
Yeah.
Then I would be first player. So, unfortunately, because it's a 3 sort of round thing, it never hits that 4th player in a 4-player game.
Do you think this is built for
It's built for 2 to 4 players. I
Three?
feel
But
like
maybe
3
three
might
is
be
the-
ideal
Yeah.
for it. Yeah.
That's an interesting concept. Of
Well,
a
so
three-player structure.
so we're gonna wrap up
Yeah,
with
we're gonna
this
wrap
game.
up this game.
Shall
I
we?
really like this.
It has such good art, such good
the
flavor,
art is so pretty.
and so much fun like interaction. I love the building aspect. I was not expecting that. I didn't realize that was a thing, and I love that. So
Yeah, I really enjoy like the, I want to create product. No, but before you create product,
you have to get your engine moving
Right.
before you
Yeah.
get to really
you
do
need
that.
to get the factory before you
and
build
then
it.
you have to sell the product, so you have to have a means of
Yeah.
selling it.
I also really like that it runs in rounds of like 3 turns and then a scoring portion.
Yeah.
So it gives you multiple rounds to like, you get to have a turn, but then it's not like you score immediately after that turn. You don't have to accomplish everything in one round. You get multiple rounds and then you sort of see where you are. And then you can sort of decide, ooh, I'm falling behind on building or production. I need to
Right.
refocus.
Right, like for instance, maybe after phase 2, Andy and I decide that our mutual agreement here just isn't working. One of us backstabs the other.
Right.
Right. And because we have these sort of chunked out phases, I think you sort of get to be able to look at each scoring phase,
And
pause,
go, ooh.
and go, I need to readjust my game plan.
Yeah. Like, oh, Amanda has control of a couple of skyscrapers. That really put her ahead. I need to go get those.
Yeah. Well, we need to go wreck her.
Yeah. So she needs to be taken down.
Oh, I love the detail on the bases.
And the backs of
Yeah.
the bases have your team's like
Yeah.
I really,
yeah, your image.
I really do
I
wish
didn't even look at the bases.
to see how that was gonna flesh out.
It's just I think it's got a great mechanic. The building part of it is really fascinating. The deck building portion of it and using that as your mechanism to move around the board and battle is really cool. I
think
love the flavor.
My favorite so far from what I've looked at for these cards, I like Nikki. Just because I think that is possible.
Nikki is fantastic.
Yeah, that's
Nikki's
pretty
got
nice.
a couple of gremlins.
So
Check
my
that out.
only complaint about this game, yeah, they are straight out of the Gremlins movies.
Yeah.
My only complaint about this game is the box.
Yeah.
Oh,
This
the
is
storage.
a
It's- it is-
great broken token candidate.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah.
It needs, like,
You
it
want-
comes with one bag.
So look at all these wonderful tokens and game pieces. This is what it comes with, and the interior of the box is a single trough.
It's like a fantasy flight box.
Yeah,
It's
it is
Yeah, I was considering
up a
him
fantasy
because
flight
if I
box.
got to take that with
So we're
me,
gonna
that'd
need
be
some
awesome.
more bags, Andy.
This is your base deck, Travis?
So cool.
Wow. just not only just the artwork in itself is so like it's so varied and flavorful and that's really
You know what,
great.
Andy?
But
Yeah.
we've said it about a couple of cards now where it's like I really like that shirt. I want that shirt to be a real thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at this one on the robot.
I'm pretty sure it's an elf. Is that an elf?
Oh my God, that's
Yeah.
amazing! It is Alf, and it
It's
is a
Alf,
kitty
and
in
it's
a
a
burger.
There you go.
It's so good,
Uh,
and that is definitely Freddie Mercury.
Oh, without a doubt, Hans.
Yeah.
Gotta show that up. Owls!
Yeah, we didn't get any owls.
I just gave you the owl card, Andy.
We're owl
So,
exterminator.
Here's one of the
Owl
generals.
exterminators. Oh my God!
you got
This is Hans the General.
Well,
Totally
okay.
Freddie Mercury.
So, first
And
of
then
all,
one of the effects, owls.
first of all,
just come
Andy,
flying out.
this is Little Orphan Annie,
Oh,
and she's got a prosthetic
builder.
leg, and I love it. I love that. It's so cool looking.
Yeah. Oh, so many great little references
oh my
in the
God!
art.
what mod extra?
Oh wow. All right, this
We
bandit.
wrapped this game right
Yeah.
before, so we never ever looked through it.
Yeah, we have not had a chance to look through the cards. So there's Sophie the bandit, who is clearly a droog, and Rocky the charmer.
Yeah.
It's so good.
That all right? Just we can't go through the whole deck.
I need you
but
to see that this Care Bear has a compass.
has a compass in the stock.
Yeah.
It's a compass on its belly.
Builder.
Is
Oh,
he
I
supposed to
see
be a
it, yeah.
reference to
Man.
Punky Brewster? I feel like that's what the doc is. He seems like a Punky Brewster-esque young doctor thing.
No.
No?
No, Punky Brewster had a very specific aesthetic.
All right, so Amanda, you got some little baggies.
I don't actually.
Oh, you don't have any little
I took them
baggies.
out of my bag when we went to
Darn.
PAX.
Darn.
So they're at home.
Okay.
You want to pass me your starting deck?
Yeah. Yeah. We're just gonna have to get some bags.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is going to be a mess in the box for a day or so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
While
when-
we throw all of this stuff back in the box, though,
He has a portable jukebox.
Hey, that is cool.
Oh, a jukebox shaped jukebox. Oh wow.
Yeah. Oh, there are two of them. He has them on both hips. They're panniers.
That must be a pain on the thighs.
Robo Party! You just gained 3 blurb. Just all your robots are having a party.
That'd be the one of
This
every
game is
time.
amazing, and I
Look,
love it.
I mean, You carry around.
You want to pass me the
jukeboxes
box?
on your
I'm going to
body.
put
It
all
can't
the
be any
tokens
worse
and
than
characters
lugging
in the
around
bag.
the big old square.
I was like, you have the box.
Loaded up with 60 batteries.
I don't know,
That
man.
thing has some heft to it.
You're going through a doorway, you can at least adjust the jukebox. With these, they're coming out on both sides. You got those hips, you got to turn sideways and waddle through. Otherwise, you're going to snap those on the corner.
Yeah, well, you gotta swing.
That's
up
a
and
sword.
Yeah,
You just gotta
by the
swing
power
up
of
and around.
Grayskull.
Yuri, your friend Yuri. Yuri's thick,
Oh, gosh.
like with a couple of C's. That's a Yuri's a lot.
These robot
I like
gremlins
it.
have
Squat day every day.
I'm just throwing everything in the bag. I'm sorry we didn't get to play with any owls. I'm curious what the owls
There
do.
are 2 different owl cards.
Xena is of course a warrior, and she is a roller derby warrior. She's got roller skates.
Nice.
Not like rollerblades, legit roller skates, which I appreciate. I love these teddy bears that everyone has. They're excellent.
Yeah, here you go.
Oh, we have someone in a wheelchair with neon wheels. Amazing. Fantastic. I really appreciate how like incredibly diverse these characters are.
Yeah.
Like there's tons of different body types.
Well, I mean,
abilities,
you pointed out
races.
that the default gender of the assumed players in the manual
Is female.
is female.
Chopper ride. Remove up to 2 figures you control. Place them on any one valid space, and then draw 2 cards. That's excellent. Chopper ride.
that's
It's
the end of the
actually,
menu.
it's the art at the back of the manual. Or not that art.
That's been
That's the owls. That.
There we go.
No.
man.
Time for a chopper ride.
Chopper is in helicopter. I thought maybe they were getting on a Harley.
No.
Nope. Get to the chopper.
Get to the chopper!
There's room in that
I
bag.
like that all the docks are basically just brain bots.
You
with
played
faces
Lego
taped
City?
To them.
Oh!
Get to the chopper.
No, I
will
just
tell
thought
you
that
about
was.
that level of Lego City Undercover in a moment.
Nuts.
It's a Full Metal Alchemist reference.
Oh!
Wow.
It's Winry.
Nice.
Nice.
That is 100% a Full Metal Alchemist reference.
Which do you prefer, Brotherhood or the original?
I have not watched Brotherhood.
I enjoyed
The original messed me up too much, so
Oh, really?
I mean, it's good.
it's
But-
very good. It's just, man.
You want to put the dice in there too?
Betrayal. Look how surprised he
That
looks.
bag is full.
The chopper.
Woo! He's actually got his hands like woo, and his eyes are all wide
All right,
because well,
this
he's
is
being
probably
shot
the
in back.
worst box, the worst boxing of any game we've had. This
This makes me so sad.
This bag
Yeah,
has all
if there is a
the
Is it
tokens
worse
and
than
the
a Fantasy
characters
Flight game? Is that
and
Yes.
the
the real
dice.
question?
Oh my
Okay,
goodness.
so Fallout, the board game, actually comes with multiple bags.
Okay.
Not enough, but multiple
Oh,
bags.
it literally only came with the one bag.
And we're
Yeah.
gonna have to put all these cards in there, Andy.
Oh God, there's no room left.
Jeez.
Oh, we'll figure it out.
Can you lift one of the cardboard?
Yeah, we'll put it
It's
under one of the
Snake.
sides.
Yes.
It's
Snake
Snake
Plissken?
Plissken.
Oh, nice.
Ash from Evil Dead.
Ash.
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 All right,
Mine.
guys. Travis, you brought
are so
an
good.
aperitif or perhaps a dessert
An amuse
game.
bouche.
Something for us to play
Since you
very
weren't-
briefly.
So
Since you weren't available for
good.
PAX, this is your, I guess. Are we doing PAX month? Is this what? Since we're
Yeah,
doing
this
games
is
from PAX?
games from PAX.
So this is
All right,
your-
guys.
So what is this thing, Travis?
This is called Bonk.
I choose to go backwards. I cannot go backwards.
You
No,
can't
you
go
can't.
backwards. Don't go backwards, please.
I choose backwards. I'm backwards.
So
Now I am forward.
I'm gonna go to overhead view so that folks can see this thing.
Now,
Oh no, is this a team game?
it's gonna be.
Oh no! The chaos
Not
is not
into
as
it.
fun if I can.
I'm not into it.
So this is Bonk.
What, team games?
So it looks like it's the opposite of Hungry Hungry Hippo. Instead of trying to grab things from the center. We're trying to knock things towards our opponent. Is that what?
It's like
Am I
soccer.
interpreting this correctly?
So we are attempting to get this ball
Yes.
into our opponent's net.
This
Yes.
is the net.
This is the net. Once that ball hits the tip right here,
Yeah.
that's
That's a
it.
point,
That's
and you
the point.
score a point. Okay.
That does not roll. You see how there's a little notch right here, so
Yeah.
that it always sits in the center, even if maybe your table is a little off center, because the rest of the board is curved.
Oh, I see.
As soon as it goes off that little notch, it is going to start rolling towards whatever half it is on.
Okay.
And so
Gotcha.
the idea is that we are given steel balls. Yep, we are given steel balls and ramps with which to deploy said steel balls.
Okay.
We are trying to aim to knock it towards our opponent's net, and we are trying to score goals.
All right,
What
I'm
are the
ready.
rules specifically?
So the rules specifically. This can be played either as 2 or 4 players. In a 4-player scenario, which I'm inclined to try and set up right now, is that we each control one individual shoot.
Okay.
There are 12 total marbles. We are each going to start the first goal with 3 marbles each. At the end of a scoring phase, the marbles stay where they are. There is no reset there.
Okay. Cool.
So if you blow you blow all your marbles and you get the goal, well, you're just kind of waiting, and you might be a sitting duck.
Okay.
Now it is first to 5 wins.
First to 6.
First to we start at 0.
Oh, I see. Yep.
2, 3, 4, 5. That's at
Gotcha.
least how I counted it.
No, I see what you mean.
Is there a two-headed giant variant where one player can play with 2 things and
Yes.
two? Okay.
That's why I said 2 or 4. I thought I said 2 or 4.
Yeah, 2 or 4. I thought you meant 2 to 4.
I'm on board. Let's try it.
2 to 4 players.
You ready to go?
I mean, you could have 3 players, but that might get a little.
Do we just all fire at once, or do you take turns, or?
You may
It's
wish
chaos.
to-
Chaos rules.
It's chaos reigns. So you will get marbles as marbles are shot across the board, and you just pick them up as you get them and keep on firing.
All right.
And,
Keep firing.
who designed it? God, I don't know. Do you need the answer right now?
No, it
No.
seems very similar to the
Class.
class.
Do you remember class? It came from the same place. So
Okay.
All right.
yeah.
3, 2, 1, go. That.
I did it.
Nope. Okay. That's 1 point
That is 1 point
to the opposing
to
team.
the opposing team. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna move over here a little.
3, 2, 1, go. Ah.
I did it.
Oh. Oh
I
no.
have 4 balls.
They're already at 2 points.
Already at
I've
2
only
points.
got 1.
Alright, so we're gonna.
3, 2, 1, go. Ah, no!
Out of balls.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. And I can't share them.
We get
I
a
have to
point.
do-
You can share them with your
Okay,
teammate, sure.
I was just making sure. Okay.
Just we're not giving more to you right now.
3, 2, 1.
Oh.
Ah. Oh.
Did I cheat? I
fast.
didn't realize that.
Yeah, you 3, 2, 1, and then you shot before.
I guess I didn't hear the 3. I thought it was.
All right, all right, all
We
right.
won't count that as a point.
Yeah.
Whatever. 3, 2, 1, go.
So he's a little too good at getting that first
Yeah,
shot.
he
off.
is.
What? Okay.
3, 2, 1, go.
Oh. Nuts.
Yeah, that got there.
All right.
All right. Getting the feel for this thing. 3, 2, 1, go. No.
Oh, no. no.
One
Wow.
more point, we win.
Uh-oh.
Would you like some more?
I got 3.
Okay, I got 4.
3, 2, 1, go.
Wow, that.
Oh no.
Wow. All right. Well, that's an interesting thing. Bonk.
Now the board is itself.
It's curved.
Curved.
Yeah.
Yes.
What if we're playing on an uneven surface to begin with, though? I don't think that's ever really affected us before. I just never calculated if this is a truly even surface table.
I don't know. I don't know. We could reverse sides.
I guess. Well, it doesn't seem to be an issue.
I mean, let's use a. Cause
Uh-oh.
Yes, let's use science.
So about here is when it actually starts traveling
Yeah.
towards you guys.
Yeah, we're definitely on the downhill
You're on
side.
Yeah.
So we have to do it this way. Let's turn the table to
No.
the angle.
What?
You
Who's
guys
shooting from that end?
Well, we could theoretically
Yeah, we
go
could
like
do 2
this.
and 2 this way.
Oh, I suppose that is an option. You're willing to give up the ringer here?
What?
No, I'm going for no, there's no good way to do it. No, I'm not giving John up.
Oh, thank you. It's nice to
John's
feel
too good at
valued.
this game.
Okay.
Because I certainly didn't score much of that.
No, I think I scored maybe a point of the
Yeah,
Two.
it felt like it was rolling. If it came towards us, it felt like it was
It
coming
just went
towards us
right in.
very
yeah.
quickly.
Yeah, it moved fast.
And yes, the little experiments there felt like it was tilting maybe a little this way, but it didn't feel like it should affect it that much.
I think the secret is you aim a little for the angle of it.
Well, the important thing is I got it for $10 and we'll bust it out during extra life.
Extra life.
Yeah, this will be a
100%.
great extra life when we're exhausted game.
You know what it should be? It should be like what do they call it? An obstacle course of these unique dex games.
Like I'm gonna do the Dex Decathlon.
Yeah.
Dexcathlon.
Dexcathlon.
Yes, absolutely
This is
gonna
the birth
happen.
of something here.
Yeah. Sunday stream.
Sunday stream,
All
Dexcathlon.
Dex games. Yeah.
We're in like teams of 2.
All right.
We get like 4 teams.
No. We have a lineup here. We
Yeah.
might be able to. Let's
Fit
see.
this in.
Okay, Bonk and Clask. Sure.
Yeah.
We got Ice Cool.
Click
Yeah.
Click Lumberjack.
We got Click Clack Lumberjack. We got Mars Golf.
Yeah, that was great.
Coconuts.
Coconuts, yes.
Yeah, coconuts. Great.
Well, there's that thing where you flip spaceships. What's it called?
No, that's the finale.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
100%
that's
the finale.
also cooperative,
Yeah.
as opposed
Yeah.
as opposed to the others that we've been listening.
We still haven't done climbers yet. Remember
Yeah,
where-
I have the climbers, which
There's
I mean,
catacombs.
there is catacombs. That's again a 1v all thing, but
We could certainly find a way to make it work.
No.
if we can make flip chips work in this, we can make.
Yeah.
we haven't get anything work. Okay.
Well, Andy, we need to hit the road
All right.
because we need to go pick up laundry.
Well,
This was a
thank
lot of
you
fun.
so much, everybody, for joining us. Insidious Pie, are you going to be streaming tonight?
Yeah.
Because we could throw to you, and we would be happy to hang out with you and see what you're doing. Or I could look and see if somebody else is streaming. I don't know who's the streaming. I see Sly, but she's probably wrapping up. Kate.
Yeah, TQ is probably wrapping up. Heather's playing Yoshi's Crafted World, but she might be wrapping up as well.
Yeah.
Because she does wrap up around now.
Well, I think we'll just
Just
call
finish
it.
up.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. We had an amazing time, and Neon Gods. This
Yeah.
game is incredible.
Also,
Also.
Oh, no.
Ooh, oh.
Okay, I mean, maybe going straight to bed after a head injury is not the best plan, but
As
yeah.
long as you know you don't have a concussion.
Yeah.
And have someone to keep an eye on you. I do want to show off
Oh,
that
sure.
these are almost done. I have one more thing I want to do with Hanzo.
So these are. Do you
Allie-
have the cards?
Yeah, my friend Allie is going, not that big an injury, okay. My friend Allie is going to loan me some of her yellow wash so that I can do a wash in the yellow lighting effects here. I don't want to do a blue wash on Ishida there because she really needs that blue to pop. And a blue wash is just going to bring it down. And also,
So
she
that's
doesn't have a lot of
Ishida.
blue in the inner
Oh, and you've done the
lines.
bases already, too.
The bases are done, so really it's just that yellow wash on Hanzo. And then those will be done, which means the entirety of Starship Samurai will be painted, and we can play it on stream, finally, with all of the existing characters.
And there's a
Shall
lot of
we-
versatility now because now we have 2 new characters to
Yeah.
add into the pool.
Ooh.
Shall we decide on a game for next week?
Sure.
Because Neon Gods was Amanda's game that she picked up at PAX. John, what did you pick up at PAX? Seven Dwarves?
7 Dwarves Fall and Winter. So we have an option of one of the two. Do we feel like a co-op game or do we feel like a worker placement game?
I feel like.
I feel like a co-op because we just did a competitive
Okay.
versus.
Okay.
So Dwarves, 7 Dwarves Winter.
Seven Dwarves Winter. We will be playing that next Friday at 7:30 p.m.
So long as you'll be okay, Pi.
Yeah.
Possibly there will be painting on Monday morning early.
Yeah, it's possible.
Yeah. So,
Depends on how I'm feeling.
yeah. We
I
will
was
see
not
you
up to
folks.
being personable on camera earlier
Yeah,
today.
today was a rough one, but that's fine. I'm so glad everybody could join us.
Yeah.
We had a terrific time, and we look forward to seeing you folks again soon. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Just noticed something.